For this first episode, we had a little bit of technical difficulties, and the production was a little bit sloppy. Please excuse that. Please put no blame on bbpanzu or on Hisu. It's completely me. Like me muting my fucking mic for the first 10 minutes of the. I'm here with bbpanzu and my good friend HisoNoKami. We
Hey,
are
Jet.
currently talking about current thoughts about Beyond Canon. To sum up what I was saying before was I think that it's different that a lot of the Homestuck 2 team had to follow a very strict like line with certain things that the Beyond Canon team doesn't have to. What I was about to say is that I think it's really funny that James told me that Yiffany is not a permanent name, which is a really big thing for me at least. Like, because okay, the explanation that I was given, right, was that like, you know how like in Act 1 of Homestuck, right? They used to have like, what's it called? Like when you first meet the character, it's like, oh,
All
this
those
is
joke ass names.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, like this is Zeus Spell Poop Lord, you know what I'm saying? And it's like that's you know that's technically not Yiffany, but that is also technically Yiffany, and it's like, oh, it's like, what if someone was just like, oh yeah, Yiffany? It's like, no, don't put the come on, like, you know. so so like for now, the character we are supposedly calling Yiffany will soon be renamed. I think I asked some time ago if Yiffany was also like mute, and that had also something to do with it. But it's just no, the character just doesn't speak much. Not mute in general. I don't. Is that? Am I supposed to say that? I don't know.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah. So, I think it's interesting almost to see a lot of the comic evolve. My main gripe with Homestuck 2 beforehand, even before James, is just the fact that like I was so mad that these niggas weren't picking up on very clear-cut ideas. You know what I'm saying? That it's just like,
Yeah.
it's so fucking in your face that it's just making me mad that you're not doing it. Like, there's so much shit that I think is cool that a lot of other niggas don't necessarily appreciate. Like, a lot of people feel as if it's like, oh, I don't really like Evil Jane all too much, and it's like, that's cool, but like, looking at Jane now, she's like a super hyper dictator with a fucking giga laser in space on some shit, and it's like, you're gonna tell me that shit isn't cool, but beforehand it's like
that shit is dope as hell.
It is.
like beforehand it was just like, oh, Jane likes to say the n-word about trolls and like kick dogs, and it's like, that's like, what am I supposed to do with this? Like Commander Karkat is literally the rawest shit in the world to me, bro. He's like a fucking MGS character just in Homestuck, and
Literally.
and they didn't fucking
Literally.
they didn't do anything with it. Like, bro, when that update came out, where they had what's it called, when they reintroduced Mina and Karkat, like after the Homestuck Beyond Canon team, that shit was so fucking hype, man. Oh my god, nigga, that shit was so fucking cool. I don't know.
Alongside with the new art style too. God damn.
Ooh, the new art style is so gas.
It's
my
so
favorite
fire.
Favorite part of Post Roach. Oh my god.
Bro, oh my god, literally, nigga, Haven, bro. I love Haven to death.
Hey, big props to my nigga Haven, bro.
Yeah,
Big
Vin saying one of the largest black names in the Homestuck community, which I will always appreciate that nigga for. And he's also low-key a Yumineko soldier, which is something I can respect. I fuck with Yumineko a little bit.
Salute.
But I will say though, the older what is it, Homestuck 2 also did have a lot of great art. Like the Vast Era artist, I'm pretty sure, was like one of the main artists like from beforehand. They made a ton of shit that was really good. Like the first panel of Commander Karkat was also done by them, and it's like that shit where like his cape is in the wind and shit, and he's like looking at
that shit was kind of
oh,
that is like an aura panel right there.
yeah.
I like think about it a bunch.
Yeah, that nigga Karkat, he's been bullied for years, but he fucking stepped
Look at him,
up,
he
my
up,
nigga.
He up.
Yeah. Well, Mina by his side, this nigga got an AR-15 in the other side, bro. Tell me this nigga is not fucking raw as shit. Like, what are we talking about, bro?
Especially in the latest update with that one panel of Kanaya, Karkat, and Mina. Like, come on.
That shit was heat.
Oh my god. The update too with Jade Rose and what's her face? And Kanaya. Oh my god. That shit was so fucking awesome, nigga.
It was so good. It was so messy. I loved it.
It like also the storyline that they're having like going on with them is also really interesting to me. I will say that. I feel like they needed to emphasize more of like Jade and Yifini's like relationship more. Oops, that is the same picture. Like, but yeah, like having them like emphasize that more, and it's like, yeah. While I do think that Jade is necessarily a shitty person, I do also think that it's pretty fucking justifiable, and I think that them making it seem a little bit more human than just like, oh, I just had to have a kid because all my other friends were having a kid. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I like that.
Yeah.
I really like that. It gives her a lot of humanity in my eyes, at least.
And also, it's like, thinking about it, they have no genuine besides John, they have no genuine parental like figure in their lives that taught them well.
Right.
Jade grew up alone for 16 years. Given the meteor, she was alone on the meteor trip too. Grew up alone for 16 years, and then had to live out like 10 plus more. Like basically, with all her friends getting hitched, doing shit. And then getting into trouble, political trouble, and like all the other shit. She's like, I feel bad for Jade.
That's another thing that I've been fucking talking about for a while, son. Oh my god. Okay, so my thing that I personally like feel very strongly about is the fact that like and this isn't like a beyond canon thing, but this is more just like, oh my god, this shit bothers me a little bit personally. Is the fact that like Jake's and like Jade's relationship isn't talked about more. I'm aware that it's like touched on somewhat in what's it called in Pester Quest. But like, oh my god, it's like, bro, Jade spent years, just like literal fucking years, just upset as shit, like not knowing that she had anyone, and then all of a sudden she sees like the reincarnation of like her fucking of her what's it called?
Of her guardian.
Yeah, and it's just like she just looks at the nigga and it's like, "Hi, Jake," and it's like, "What? What are we talking? What are we talking about right now? Like
literally, I think literally their first meeting, like literally after the meteor trip, Jade's like, "Hi, Jake and Jane. We got a lot to catch up on, but first we gotta handle some business." Immediately goes grimdark.
Like,
I feel so fucking bad for Jade.
It is.
Doesn't get a moment of peace
It
to
is
hang
so
out and chill out.
man. Like that one. What was it called? The conversations you have with Karkat. I'm pretty sure you made a fucking mod about this shit too.
Dude, I love the interactions between Jade and Karkat because they're just also full of life, and because they're such like opposite characters. The way that they interact and whatever conversations they build are just so like impactful. I do think my favorite one was the exchange where like, you know, Jade just met her freaking dog self, and she's all crushing out about Karkat like, yo, this bitch is annoying, I can't believe it, and he's like, yeah
Yeah.
He's keeping that shit real. I love that nigga about it.
He does.
I
love Karkat.
I will say, a lot of my I guess we can shift the what is it? The topic over to like, you know, like Homestuck proper feelings. So hold on.
Homestuck proper.
What's it called? I will say that one thing that Lukey I felt some way about somewhat was the fact that like I've definitely talked about this on Twitter. And I know that bringing up, bro and Dave is a very big thing. That it's like a lot of niggas like to roll their eyes and be like, shit, oh my god, we're talking about this, right? but like, I've definitely talked about this on Twitter. But I think that like bro and Dave's relationship, or even Rose and what is it, and Mom is way easier to see if you envision them as like a black family. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like a lot of like what is quote unquote like the black experience, and I can't speak on other people of color, but I have heard some of the same things from other folks, is that like a lot of like what's growing up in that type of space is a lot of like tough love, and like whether or not that tough love is made like works out for the better is always like up in the air. You know what I'm saying? Because you always see like a lot of success stories. It's like, oh, look at like Lauryn Hill, or fucking like, or even Michael Jackson, for an example. Like Michael Jackson, that's a very popular thing of like very huge tough love, and it's a conversation whether or not it borders on the like the line of abuse. You know what I'm saying? Which is another topic for a different day. But it's like you see that a lot in the way that like bro and Dave kind of interact, which is very interesting to me, because it's like, yeah, that is a very big like success. That's a very big success story to me, which is like, yeah, look at fucking Dave, like compared to anyone else in the medium. Like that nigga Dave locked the fuck in and was
he really did
one of the main ones just going at that shit. And when everything else fails and everyone fucking died, guess what that nigga did? That nigga went back and he did that shit again. Like, oh my god, I love Dave to death, bro. Holy shit.
I will say, this is just me. I was like, y'all see the fit I got on my avatar, bruh. Y'all know. Y'all niggas know. Dave, I feel like nowadays there's not a much appreciation. There's not a much character appreciation for what characters do in the story. Dave being one of them, not the biggest example, but Dave being one of them, because you have to remember, he had to basically relive Spur so many times, because not at time gimmicks. He has to keep the timeline in check, make sure the alpha timeline prevails and shit like that. But also, his conversation with Terezi, we all know, biggest like one of the main quotes: "Dead Daves are the enemy," right? You know how many times that nigga died, type shit. And then like, arguably, not even arguably, I'd say out of like some of the players in some of the sessions that we see, Dave is contender for like one of the best players of any session that we've seen so far.
100%.
Oh yeah, 100%.
And I feel like not a lot of attention and appreciation goes into like characters who are big in there for their sessions, especially for their like teammates and for their friends. Carcat, Dave. Let's see, Carcat, Dave. Obviously, big ups to the space players, because wouldn't have like a lot of shit without them,
Right.
I think it's really interesting, like how a lot of I think it's kind of funny, the concept of like Dave like traveling through dimensions and just seeing like a timeline where he died, and he's like, damn, well, that shit happened to me though. Like,
exactly.
And it's like, I will say though, it does like, that's one thing that was really cute about the original comic, is how like Dave tries to like protect a lot of Jade's feelings, because like he did recognize that like the Daves did make Jade like very, very upset. You know what I'm saying? So trying to go out of his way to make sure that like that wouldn't happen is very nice.
Yeah.
I like Dave and Terezi's relationship a lot, honestly, in the original comic.
That I think about all the time.
I fuck with Dave Rezi hard.
I fuck with Dave Rezi hard as well.
It is just like, guy trying to keep life in check with just this wacko girl trying to sabotage this shit. But at the same time, she cares in a weird way. and I'm sure Dave recognizes that.
Yeah.
First, I will say that I am interesting to see how that also plays out in the Beyond Canon Meat timeline. Whenever like the ship crew get to Delta Race and they see like, oh shit, that's Robo Rose, Terezi, and Dirk, and it's like, holy shit, those are the folks that we haven't seen in like fucking years, and look how they are now.
Yeah, and then I imagine, I feel like yeah, Rose knows. I don't think Terezi knows about technically Ultimate Dave. Is even Ultimate is just Robo Davebot? Because he's not. From my understanding, being the Ultimate Self, like, means that you are the only existing variant of yourself throughout any timeline.
I don't
right,
know.
like
I talked about this with James. I can actually pull up what I was talking about. Hold on. Because I was curious as to how like ultimates work, right? So I asked, is Ult Dirk like a state of how God tier is, like, you know, like it's like a next level or some shit, like, you know, like Super Saiyan like 2, Super Saiyan fucking 4, some shit like that, right? So I was like so then I asked the question, like, would like John or Roxy or Roddy or any other current God tier be able to go quote unquote ultimate? And he said there's like a consolation process to it. Most people can't do it because of the strain that it puts on the body, which is why Dave and Riz are robots. Dirk's specific class spec allows him to, because the nature of heart/soul, etc. I said, does the heart class spec have the physical strength attribute to it? It's like, no, but it deals with this all. And I said, would characters who canonically have like a lot of physical like or potential strength, like Gamzee, Equius, or like Jake, or even fucking Terezi, like, would those be something that would be considered? And it's like, well, since it's really a power that is closely tied to personality and like constellation of selves, it would be a very like exhausting process, but they could all physically quote unquote handle it. It's just, you know, different combinations of different versions of yourself, which, you know, some of these folk don't really have. Like the Equius and Gamzee ones were also like hypotheticals, because, you know, those them niggas been dead. But like,
yeah,
but like Jake, the idea of like Jake or Terezi being able to do that would be very interesting to me. I don't know. I would love to see Ultimate some more. I would also really love to see more of a clarification on class specs, because as it stands right now, it is very up in the air. It's
interpretation.
It's definitely literally just a bunch of theory crafting and kind of based off what was said in Homestuck proper.
Yeah, because it's like
James said that, was it James that said that that he was trying to make like a class spec book or something?
He did, yeah. I think so, yeah. I think I asked him about that a while ago, but I forgot what he was talking about. And if he told me, I probably wouldn't be able to say anything. I don't know.
I think from like either a stream or from the Q&A from like a while ago, when if I'm not verbatim, but there are thoughts and talks about probably making like a class spec like book or document, whatever. We know that they do have like a class spec document for themselves to like a check back on to write for writing and stuff like that. Like they have one. Everything is listed out for them, and I think it was in the stream or a Q&A where James was like, it's funny to see how many interpretations are like almost there, and how some of them are like so wrong.
I mean, to be fair, it's like some of these shits you can't even really like guess on too much, because it's like, okay, what the fuck is a Doom player supposed to do? And it's like, you can make interpretations about that. It could also be like a thematic sense, like, you know how Solix went through like his whole arc of death. That's another thing, but it's still like, what do half of these niggas do? And then what do their classes like relate to that? And it's like, the most that we have to go off is like, yeah, this happens because of like certain character traits that we know from these characters. I will say that if we had class specs for hive swap characters, I could definitely see that being way more clear since we have a lot to go off of.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I would say, this is me being totally fucking selfish because I love doing this for like any project ever. I love looking at like design documents or like, you know, like super behind the scenes shit. That's why when that Pokemon leak happened a couple days ago, that I was super fucking into that because it's like, holy shit, this is a lot of their thought process about that. And it's like the character bibles that they have, the like all the class spec shit that they have, that would be really interesting to read up on. And
That would be so interesting.
I have asked before about the possibility if there would be like, you know, like an art book or like something like that after Beyond Canon's run, which would be very interesting. I'd love to see.
You know what I'd kill for?
What would you kill for?
I'd kill for like some Spurb lore, like where that shit existed. Because I know we got something like that a while ago, but because of certain circumstances, yes, I looked into that shit. Like, oh, it was so interesting, but yeah, you added a little detail that people weren't too keen on, and I wasn't too keen on either, which is a shame because then he pretty much just retconned or uncanonized the entire thing, which definitely made me feel sad because it did give me like some insight on like history, because I'm really into that like Homestuck history, especially like on the Earth side of things rather than Alternia.
Like honestly, Beta Earth is like the least amount of information we know about. We don't know what the hell was going on.
To be fair, I will say that it is pretty easy to assume that it was like just a copy of, or it's just, you know, a copy of our Earth. I definitely think that there's.
Well.
Oh, continue.
What? No, you said.
No, you continue.
What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, I wouldn't say. I think the fact that there are like definitely hints to in the comic that the Earth, like Beta Earth, is definitely different than like our Earth. So we could only like, I guess, make inferences on like, oh yeah, they probably did have like 86 other presidents, and they probably did have slavery or whatever. But like, I also because when I looked through the Skynet, I'm like, I learned about like how Candace came to Earth too, and what she was doing around the entire time, and how she's sort of related to like, not related, like related, but like how she's had contact with like this third cherub that we've never heard of in the comic proper. And so that always got me thinking about like, okay, so what else happened in the history of this Earth A, Earth B, I think, I don't know, whatever that is. Yeah. So I'm hoping for a brand new canonized Skynet Systems doc or something that doesn't include what's his face,
Mark Twain.
Sure. No.
I will say that there's a lot of things that I have personally thought of. There's this one story. I don't even think I might work on this though. I don't know. This might be up in the air. I had an idea, right, for a Homestuck 2 sort of rewrite idea that was like going deeper into like the mechanics of Spurb. Like I thought about, okay, what would be the case if like the Omega kids were sent into like Spurb hard mode, you know what I'm saying? And like you don't have access to pester logs. Like there's certain other shit, and like the way about going god tier would be much different. And it's like I think it'd be kind of interesting, because it's like, what if these kids like they have communication with each other, but they can't like talk back to like their parents, you know what I'm saying? Because like I think that would be very interesting, because like with Trollian and stuff like that, that was huge shit. That was like, oh, you're talking to this kid from another fucking dimension, you just don't even know that. But it's like with this, it's like, no, that's like intentionally restricted by Spurb, like that. Yeah, this is a very directly like hard mode kind of thing, and it's also like that's another thing that I think is really interesting. I remember James did mentioning that around whenever they get back to the meat timeline, that the Deltritons, I'm pretty sure that's what they said that they were calling the Deltaurus niggas, that they will have a Spurb session. which is interesting to me, because that also means that we're getting a boatload of new characters, which will also be very interesting.
That's gonna be cool.
I'm
Yeah.
interested to see how they're going to go about the Omega kids with this verb session.
Yeah, because I feel like they're definitely building up to those kids playing the game,
Yeah.
right? And also, I've had a conversation about this. I think in a server, in a Homestuck server that's like pretty poppin'. And the conversation was about what would the Omega kids like classics were to be, and a lot of it just bounded up to be the ones missing from the humans game, right? So like, what was it? Rage, blood, mind, and what was it? Rage, blood, mind, and what was the fourth? I'm blanking hard as hell. Someone help.
Oh, I got you. Aspects, Homestuck.
Piss? That's a class. That's a
Damn,
classic, right?
Drew.
Doom.
There you go.
Yeah.
Doom. So yeah, rage, blood, mind, doom. Yeah.
I had a. What were you saying? I'm sorry.
I was just gonna cap it off of like, yeah. So like those are like the at least the aspects people thought that would go to like the Mega kids when or if they play Spurb.
That'd be dope.
Yeah, I I had a very like unserious idea of making like Harry be like the Knight of the Wind, and then they like make some really shitty like reference to like Sonic and the Black Knight, like do that. It should be pretty fucking funny, but like, who knows? I'm very interested to see where these kids go. That's another thing that personally I love to like. That's one thing that I'm actually kind of mad that they're not fucking doing now, and they weren't doing in 2020 with like the original team. Is that, bro? What the fuck is happening with these new kids? Because when you look at
Right?
trolls, when you look at like or the kids beforehand, right? All of them were stereotypes of kids on the internet. You know what I'm saying? You had like you had Nepeta is like, oh, this is the shipper that like this is like the classic DeviantArt girl. Or you have like Equius being a fucking racist online. Or you have Aridin being a smartass. Or Carcat, doing etc. You know what I'm saying? So like, my thing about it is, right, there are so many more. There is like an infinite amount of stereotypes and shit that you could dig into. Like, what if there's a kid that's like a hype beast, or what if there's a kid who's like an influencer? What if there's a kid who's like one of them fake destroy like lonely opium niggas? And it's like that's such a cool
I feel like
concept that
I
you
feel
can
like
say.
Harry. I feel like closest we got is Harry. Harry's pretty much like a
Yeah, Harry's
definitely
like
not.
Harry's the
Yeah,
theater
he's
kid,
up there.
and that's all we know. Tavros is the Nepo baby, and for the other two, is like
That's another thing that pisses me the fuck off, because oh my god, this nigga Harry, his mama is a fucking president and an owner of $1 trillion company, right? Multi-dimensional $1 trillion company, and his dad is a fucking world-class adventurer, and this nigga doesn't have no fucking Balenciaga. This nigga doesn't have any fucking Supreme. This nigga isn't wearing anything, bro. He looks like a fucking dork. You're gonna tell me at least like when he pulls up to school, he doesn't pull out some like fucking Jordans or some shit. And he's like, yeah, I bought these because my mama's like that. You know what I'm saying? My mama owns this fucking school. Like, you're telling me that he can't have a little bit of that? I'm not saying that, detract from him being, kind of scared, because he does mirror a lot of his parents. I will say that in his.
I mean, like, you mean Tavi?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're thinking of Tabby.
Yeah.
Was
Tavi,
I saying
okay.
Harry?
Yeah, you said Harry.
You
Yeah.
said Harry.
I was talking about Tavi. Yeah, but it's like,
Okay.
that's way more fucking like, let this kid be fucking. Let him be like a hype beast. You know what I'm saying? I think it'd be really interesting. I feel like.
I think. Okay, go ahead.
No, that was it.
I was gonna say, I think back to that fucking video of that like white nigga who was like with the fucking strong British accent with like the white button up, the fedora hat, with the Rolex. If you come to my block, you will be touched. Let this be a warning.
I was thinking of that one video. It was like it's like the white kid who lives in like a manor with his dad, and he's like, "All right, father, I'm off to pursue my
Oh, yeah.
I'm proud." And he like sets us, and he's like, "Yo, what's up, B? What you doing? Where you get this
Hey,
shit?"
what's up,
from?"
B? What's good?
But I don't know.
That'd be cool.
I'm really interested to see.
Perhaps we'll see them with the Bell Tritons. I feel. I still haven't heard any news from them. You know what? I really want them to like hurry up and get to the whole getting shit done shit with Homestuck Beyond Canon.
Yeah.
Yeah, get shit on.
I think.
And I heard that As Page wasn't coming out this month. I almost crashed out. I was like, what?
Oh yeah, well they're not gonna do an update this month. It was like,
What?
ah.
I've waited weeks.
I was like, oh my god.
I know there's no implication whatsoever, but anyway.
Oh my god, but when that end of Act 1 shit comes out, nigga, that shit gonna be so high.
I know, I can feel it in my blood. It's just gonna be gas.
That Flash, given what we already have gotten so far for Beyond Canon, like art and shit, yeah. I
They
can't
better go all out.
Given
They
the
better go.
talent
I know.
that they have on that project, son. Oh my
I've talked about this with another dude, and they said that they probably won't like go super all out with the Flash, but I can feel it in my blood. I'm trying not to like get too excited, so if it doesn't happen, I won't like.
Your expectations won't be like ruined.
Yeah, but ooh.
Not gonna lie,
I don't know.
I mean,
an
hey,
S page.
They're
hyping.
they are hyping this shit up. Like they're hyping this shit the fuck up.
Them niggas got me excited and shit. I can't lie, cause like one thing about it is that I'm very excited, but in a way that's like, what's next? You know what I'm saying? Cause it's like
Right.
when you think about like the current Homestuck 2 shit, I'm like, oh my god. What the fuck is up with the plot point? What is Jane gonna do with that Giga Laser? What the fuck is Dirk doing? What are them niggas doing on the ship? What happened with that whole big Homestuck logo door that they saw all Callie up do? What is she about? What is Aradia doing? What are these niggas? And it's like, all of that shit is so interesting because it's like, when the new update comes out, I'm like, oh my god, I completely forgot about these niggas. And then you guys just fucking cooked about an entire plot point that I didn't even remember about. Like, I forgot that, like, Mina and, like, Carcat were doing shit, and then they just released the thing, and I'm like, oh my god! I just realized that these niggas are on a cusp of war. And it's like, that's really fucking cool to see every single month. I will say that, like, them splitting the timelines in two does make it a little bit harder. It does tank a little bit of the pacing, I will say. And I will say that once we get to a point where both the Omega Kids and the Del Tridents are in their own sessions, that the plot will kind of sever in 4, because then you'll have niggas on Earthsea, then you have the session of the Omega Kids, you have the niggas on Delta Race, and then the Del Tridents like session, and it's like,
yeah,
it seems a little bit interesting where they're gonna go with that, but I'm excited regardless. I'm very excited.
Wishful thinking, I think either they're probably gonna end literally everybody else's arc right before the kids get into the game, so they don't have to have like 4 8 shits to deal with, which is probably unlikely, but I'm really interested in seeing how they're gonna take these kids' games.
I mean,
the new characters. Yeah.
Something's gonna happen. Someone from the old cast is probably gonna they're gonna gone, cause like, what the fuck is Rose on about? I'm gonna get shot in the head and it's gonna comatose me. I'm cooked.
Like, what are we talking about? What are we talking about?
Spoiler alert.
I will also say, another thing that I like to think about is like, yo, what is up with the fucking plot point? Because now that we're seeing,
True.
Bro, oh my god, son. Before that update, or even before the whole Vriska visual novel, which I have my own feelings about, bro, that was the last update, like, before they went on like the 3-year hiatus, and it's like reading Homestuck like 2 before the team like came out and like it was announced that they were resuming it. That shit had me like itching my fucking neck, because I was reading this shit and it's like, oh my god, this is the plot point, and then we don't even fucking see it visually, and then that's
Right.
it, and then now it's like we get to see it, and then
That's
we get
just
to see what it does, and it's like, wow, that is really fucking interesting. That is, I don't know, I like it. Okay, what about?
I like it a lot. I was always interested in what this plot point was. I want to know. Okay, so I know they ended like the little Vriska arc thing they were doing, but I want to know if anything's gonna come out from that, because they did sort of end the arc anticlimactically with the parentheses Vriska interaction. It was very short. It was very closed off, and then they went back to the other business, which I'm glad they did, because I think I had enough Vriska for 4 months.
Yeah.
I'm curious. Yeah.
Do you have thoughts about the visual novel, Hiso?
I said some things on Twitter about it. I think I mentioned it like once. I think it's very clear. I am very excited about the Beyond Canon team and Beyond Canon of itself. Me personally, I fucked heavy with the visual novel, because I, for one, read visual novels, not just like point and click doki doki literature. No, I'm talking like real shit, like Tsukihime. Y'all niggas know what that is.
I love fucking Tsukihime, dude. Holy shit.
Especially the fucking remake. Niggas need to know what real visual novels look like Tsukihime, Mihoyo. Like y'all niggas need to look that up. That shit is crazy. Like modern day visual novels, especially with like tight moon budget, is fucking crazy. Now, I'm not saying that that's what the visual novel was, but I'm saying is that people are too hard on the medium that they barely understand and are like shitting on. I, for one, love that shit. Now, as for the contents of the story, I was kind of in and out. Not out as much, because I was still like locked in for it, because obviously it's a new Beyond Canon update. That shit was interesting. I think the ending for it, I'm interested on seeing what they go from here, because obviously they're going to come back to it. Vriska is not done as a character, and even if she got out, she's still not finished. She still has much to do. Like this small part of her character arc is still her growing up. Like obviously we see the time skips, we see like that shit go through in fruition, but like Vriska's character isn't over. None of these niggas' characters are over. Maybe except for like Dave, because like his ended off pretty well in like Homestuck 2. I mean not Homestuck 2, in like Homestuck proper. Like after that dirt conversation, and then at the end of Collide, which I have my thoughts about, that isn't as popular to my knowledge. Dave's character arc feels pretty complete, and then what's rest on is like interpersonal relationships and how he feels as like a person, which is different from his general character, his overall main general character arc we see in Homestuck proper. But like, no, the visual novel, that shit was gas. I fuck with it heavy. A lot of people didn't, from my knowledge, except for like inner circles. But like, I fucked with it. I think it was interesting and a pretty cool writing decision that they did. And I think maybe a test of it was a good idea to see how the reception of a visual novel would be, because it's my hot take is that it's no different from fucking Openbound or any of the walkthroughs. You just don't walk around. It's preset for you. Now I get that's not entirely as fun, or people will have the exact freedom to like walk around and like check out shit, but like at this point they're trying to tell a direct story with no outside interference. I mean, well, obviously, given that the point of Beyond Canon story is a lot of its themes is based on fandom and how it relates back to the story itself, but like them niggas are trying to write, so let them cook. I'm still in the stages of like, they're still pretty early on in their own like venture through Beyond Canon, or like through Homestuck Squared or 2, basically the sequel, because like it's only been like what, a year? It's been like a year,
not even,
since
it's been about a year and some.
It's been like it's even
Oh no, continue. I'm sorry.
I was like, even still, it's been a while, but it hasn't been a long time. They're still still getting their shit together, like they're getting their grounds to create something that's like pretty big, and want to continue on this fucking behemoth of a story and medium for niggas like us who actually, you know, want to engage with it genuinely and not be like, fucking hate the nigga. I fucking hate this shit. Or be like, and hey, Kevin, our hands up. Hands up. Hey, those people who like get into it's another conversation topic, but I'm just gonna like just say it just to say it to get off my chest. People who are fans of something but don't engage with the original media, that's fine. But sometimes, for something like Homestuck, that is not okay at all. Because like the characters are so centered around its plot, you have to know what the fuck you're talking about, or else it's gonna go into lubrification and just generalization of like the fandom interpretation versus what's actually correct in canon. What was written on page, not what's written on like on Twitter or on like a social media page.
That's another thing that bothers me a lot earlier, because I saw Ash talk about this on Twitter, was that like the woobification of like a character like Kanaya is low-key really crazy to me, because it's like, oh, okay, when you look at like canon Kanaya, right, it's like, oh, she's a fashion designer, she's a fucking vampire, and she learned a lot from Porum personally. She had her issues with Rose, but she also helped Rose like build herself up as a person. She cares a lot for her people, like as a race, and she takes care of her friends a lot. You know what I'm saying? And then it's like you look at Phantom Kanaya, and it's like, this is like half of Rosemary, and she also is like big sister to Karkat, and they also do double dates. And it's like, I think that's cool, but it's like, what about all the other shit? Because it's like, when you want to make like a new interpretation of Kanaya, my first thought is like, oh, what if you made Kanaya lean more into like her like vampire shit, like make her look like Alucard from Castlevania, or like Slayer from Guilty Gear. And it's like, that's cool, but it's like none of these niggas ever do that shit, because all they're thinking about is like, oh my god, she is half of Rosemary, she is the berry, and that is so fucking cool. And it's like I mean, like, yeah, but it's like engage more, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't know how you can be so satisfied with this one simple thing of this character, you know what I'm saying? It's very, I don't want to say the word shallow, but it's pretty fucking shallow.
It is pretty. I'd say honestly, if more niggas in the Homestuck community, if more people in the Homestuck community got into fighting games, none of this would be a problem. Well, that would be half not a problem, but like, I'm not gonna
lie, mashing together the Homestuck and fighting game community would be so fucking funny.
Oh,
that shit would be hilarious.
Can you imagine a recreation of that one Punk clip where it was Punk, like when he was playing DBFZ. He's talking about some he's like, you bragging about top 32? Nigga, my dog can reach top 32 in a week. It's like, yeah, like shit like that. And the Homestuck community would be funny as fuck. Cause it's like, what if you beefing about Jade or some shit, right? It's like, oh, you don't understand this character like I do. And it's like, okay, let's go beef about it in like Homestuck Strife. And it's like, you fucking lose that entire matchup. It's like, shit, maybe you don't know Jade as well as you do, cause you fucking suck. You know what I'm saying? So,
I just think like a lot of things can be fixed if people, one, read the comic, two, if media literacy wasn't so dead as it is nowadays, and three, just like had a bigger perception of things that isn't geared toward one specific thing about this character that you like from other people's perspective, because you can't parrot off another person's opinion to have your own. You're being a bot. I have to say, you being a bot. God damn it, you gotta read.
Form your own opinions, please. This is another thing why I was really frustrated like about a year ago when I was in the South Park fandom, is that, oh my god, these niggas will come up with their own version of characters. These are new fucking characters in general, and then they'll act like you're the weird nigga for being like, no, I think that this character is like this, and it's like, what the fuck are you talking about? This is not like all the shit that we've made, and it's like, that's cool. I like what you're going with that, but that's not the character. And acting like niggas are weird because they're trying to stick to canon is a little bit weird to me. You know what I'm saying? So it's frustrating to engage within those conversations because sometimes it's like a lot of these people don't fucking care, and it's like, that's cool.
Yeah.
But don't act like I'm a fucking idiot because I'm like, oh yeah, I think that I don't know. I think that people should look at Karkat more as just the angry one, and it's like, no, that's that what like Homestuck like Broadway said, and it's like I respect Homestuck Broadway, you know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? I like Homestuck Broadway, but I'll keep my mouth shut for today, unless BB, you want to talk about it?
Wait.
You want to talk about it?
No. Okay, wait. Okay. Hi, Homestuck Broadway. I know you're watching this. I love the work that you did, and you've done monumental work for the community. I will never not recognize that. You know, and one of the first things I hear when I joined the community was your music. You know, Broadway Karkat, Karkalicious. You know, you can't remove that, and you can't discredit it. And I 100% respect Broadway Karkat. But with that being said,
however,
I think after being in the fandom for a year and our only nerdcore songs was just Karkat covers for 10 years, I get why niggas leave now.
you know what's funny? I had that conversation about like Homestuck nerdcore shit with Crow when we like met up.
Yeah.
And it's like we need our shit to be like FNAF. Like I'm talking like high production value fan songs with like great visuals, good music, or great music, and like just like shit that's fucking cool as fuck.
This is why what was it? The other, like, I want to say about a month ago, and I don't know if I'll ever pick this project up. It honestly depends if me and Hisu are not that busy. But we were thinking about, or I was thinking about more of like a new Homestuck Broadway. You know what I'm saying? Or at least I would like to see more shit from that community, but also for a wider range of things. It's like, I like Homestuck Broadway, but it's like, at the same time, this also isn't totally some shit that I can geek about, which I understand because it's not like the target audience for the music that I listen to. But it's like, dude, like one of the concepts that I came up with that I pitched to Hisu was like, what if there was like We Cry Together with like from Kendrick Lamar, but it's fucking Roxygen, and it's like nigga, come on, like, oh my god, there's so much shit that you can do with like the concept of like, oh, replacing like these songs with like Homestuck shit. I think that it's very interesting, and it's like, even if it's not necessarily super high value or super high production, just the effort that it's like what, like I would like to see more niggas pick up a mic and be like, yeah, this is my favorite beat from this year, and sing about how much Rose loves like Kanaya over like fucking.
So I've had that conversation even with my with Kroto, and even with myself in the shower, like trillions of times. I always think like, why the Homestuck fandom, as big as it is, as big as it was for almost a decade and a half,
don't say
we don't got like Discord. We don't got Discord. We don't got like 5 Nights at Freddy. Like, bro,
that
we
is
had
true.
Con. We used to influence cons into making up rules specifically for us. we don't got shit to our name. And so I thought about it. I thought about like why is the only thing we have to our name that the fucking tub story, this tub story that like everyone mentions when you first think of Homestuck, and then I sat with myself. No one is locking in. No one's locking in. And I know I'm not the first person to think this. I'm not the first person to think, why don't we have this? Why don't we have that? Why don't we have this? And it is just simply because no one's sitting down, locking in, focusing, picking up a pencil and write. I think like the last Ernest Homestuck Nerdcore song we got was like that one Aradia song that I really like.
The cover of
yeah, Temporal Shenanigans or something. That shit lyrical genius.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the one from that was like a cover of that one Portal song. I'll send that to you. Never mind. I'm thinking of something.
I'll have to see it. But like I truly ooh, this might be too much of a hot take. I'm not gonna say it.
Say it.
Because this shit will bite me in the ass in like 4 years when like a nigga blocks me and like berates me and I'm like, what I do? And like, because you said Homestucks were lazy. Anyway, that was my thing.
TBH?
That was my thing.
TBH?
I was like, what?
I feel as if that a lot of these niggas don't like to go out of their way to introduce a lot of new concepts, and I feel like a lot of the shit that people like to circle back for with a lot of things is like, I'm a hypocrite, most definitely, because I've definitely tried or I've wanted to rewrite certain things, and I also work on certain projects that also do these things, but it's like, oh my god, how many fucking Homestuck 2 rewrites are we gonna see? How many fucking like vast era side like esque projects are we gonna see? Like shit like Ash Clownkiss like made this the other day, which is like, oh, my Moirel is a rainbow drinker, and I think that's fucking,
that shit was gas.
That is so insane. That is such a cool concept. That is like, oh my god, this is like some normal story that you could see out of like, you know, some murder mystery type story that you could see like from anything, but it's like, oh my god, this is a really fresh new concept that I like. And then it's like, that's cool, but that's like not being promoted on a site like MSPA, because one of my friends, Ghost Opal, like mentioned this the other day, is that the way that MSPA works, right, the top ones,
I saw that picture, yeah.
They harbor a lot of like the really popular ones, and they sit there for fucking years. Like Vast Error on what is it called? On
ongoing favorites.
Like that hasn't been updated on MSPFA in like fucking forever. And like,
really?
Yeah, like 3 years, 4 years at this point, and like
because they have their own website.
Yeah, because they have their own website.
Oh, they don't mirror it?
What happened?
They don't mirror it?
I think so. No, they don't. Nah. And there's
I think so. Like I think like there's a link to their website on the Fast Error thing on MSPFA.
Yeah, and there's a lot of other shit.
I don't think Fast Error is only 312 pages right now, right?
Yeah.
It is not.
Yeah, it's not. There's a lot of other projects on the ongoing favorites that it's like they sit there for fucking years, and like there's one that's been there for 5+ years that hasn't been updated, but it's still like a lot of people talk about it, and it's like that's cool, but it's like Homestuck proper for going on hiatus for a year was considered a gigapause. That was a massive thing in the fandom that a bunch of niggas still talk about to this day, and then you see these PFAs that just sit there like milk just for years. And that's not to say that that's a dig on the quality there, but it's also like I feel like a lot of I want to see the bigger names in Homestuck, or at least the bigger resources, aren't necessarily pushing a lot of these stories that could be interesting. You know what I'm saying? Because whenever you think of like, I want to create like a Homestuck related project, right? And you know what I'm saying? Like some of the favorite shit that I've seen, some of the favorite shit that I'm working on is like, I like to see like people taking these characters to do like very specific things. Like I think like Doritos and Fritos, that shit, and the other shit, that shit is fucking gassing me because I'm like, oh my god, like that shit is interesting for somebody to take like these characters and put them into an entirely different setting, and just not go the same like, let's rewrite Homestuck 2 for the 5th time and just make Rosemary and June Egbert like an instant thing. And it's like, that's cool, and if you figure out how to do that in a way that's interesting, that's also cool, but it's like, I don't know how to say this without being nice, but I just don't fucking care. And it's like, it's just, I don't know. I don't want to say it's unoriginal because everybody has different ideas to how to approach it, but it's also like
It's
a lot
not
of this,
compelling.
It's not compelling
what I mean.
in the slightest because it's like, okay, when you
True.
look at a lot of other projects,
Where's the creativity?
yeah, when you look at like a lot of other projects from other fandoms, it's like there's so much shit or creativity that people like to take from project, but it's like when you see
Like I like
no, no,
like
continue.
Doritos and Fritos, I think. Yeah, Doritos and Fritos, like I think was just completely inspired by like what was it? Fucking was it Aim Kid? It wasn't Aim Kid. It was something, and it wasn't Gorillas, because I definitely did not even like put the Gorillas connection. But it was I don't know what it's inspired by. I know it's some other fandom or something. I was like, oh, I want to be like the Homestuck version of that. And then, ooh, Brujo Ari's characters. I think that's what the biggest inspiration was.
Oh my
They're
god,
yeah.
nigga, I love
Yeah.
Oh,
that
yeah.
shit so much. Yeah, when that shit when that show comes out, bro, I'm about to be geeked as fuck. Holy shit.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god, shout out them niggas, bro.
Hell yeah.
I'm so excited for I Want to Eat Your Guts. Like holy shit, that shit is.
Me too.
That shit is beautiful.
But yeah, I think a lot of times I feel like, cause like, I remember like there was like a day where I was like, I gotta make fucking Homestuck animations or something, because I don't think I've seen any drop for years. I look at the Homestuck animation on YouTube. I search up Homestuck animation, and
It's like Mambo
like-
Stuck from like 2011 or something.
right, like I was like, damn, why is nothing crazy dropped since Mambo Stuck? And okay, hold on, I have to be careful with my words, because I don't mean to discredit anyone's work, because I've seen some really incredible work, but there's just no way. Okay, there's Lullaby for Gods. Oh, that was like, yo, Toasty Glow need to drop again. I'm saying Toasty Glow need to drop again.
Hey, Act 7 can't be their only word. They need to drop again, bruh. Act
They
7
need-
was kind of gas. I ain't gonna lie.
I'm saying.
So good, cuz.
Hey, I'm just saying. Hey, we still need to expand on the idea. Homestuck anime. I'm just saying.
We still need. Ooh, can we show? No. You must keep it hidden or something. Blah blah blah.
We gotta
We're
talk
just
about this later. We gotta talk about this later.
We're
off
gonna
stream.
later.
But
So I do want to get to that, because that's something
Yeah.
we need.
I-
That's what I want. That's what I wanted to bring up. I always thought like, because like with a lot of other fandoms, they do this thing, especially Undertale. I like to bring up Undertale because that is just the best fandom in my opinion, more or less. But like they'll see something in like the game or something. They'll see something in the source material and think, I want to adapt this. And they adapted it. And then you have someone like Homestuck, right? Big as shit, long as hell. So many cool things. Think about Glitch Tail. I'm like, someone made Glitch Tail, right? They
Oh
saw
my-
Undertale. I'm like, I want to make this shit look dope. We haven't had that since Toasty Glow. Well, actually, no. That's untrue. That's so untrue. That's so untrue.
What was that one like horror like version of Homestuck? Like I think it was
Animator?
yes. That's like the last like big like AU that I've seen from this fandom, and it's like it's so insane to me because okay. It's very interesting that you bring up Undertale, right? Because I'm going to talk about this, and this might be a hot take, right? I've always been...
Yeah.
I now like to say that I don't necessarily think that there aren't bad Homestuck characters thus far. I think that there are ones that are better than others. But I will say for a very long time that I very much fucking dislike the Dancestors, because a lot of these characters are cardboard cutouts and they weren't done much with, right? My frustration that I have with the fandom is that they're okay with that. They're taking these characters and they're just being okay with it, and they're not expanding it on it, right? Look at Gaster. Oh my god. Nigga, we have like 4 pieces of lore and then like 1 data mine thing, right? And niggas ran with it. They ran with it, building worlds and other shit and connections, and it's like where is that?
The closest thing I saw, or that's like I think being worked on, or like is already out. Panzu, you animated for this. I'm pretty sure a shot for this was like I think it was Before Us Nexus or something.
Oh, I did.
Yeah.
Yes.
that shit looks cool as fuck. It was.
It does.
I'm not entirely sure. I still need to like read more onto it because it intrigued me so fucking much. And it's like that's one of the more modern things in Homestuck fandom. That's like an AU, or at least like a telling of a story that we don't see, or in some version of it, right? That makes the Dance Sisters more interesting because we don't see like. I get like expanding on the characterizations and the references that the Dance Sisters are based off of. They are by definition cardboard cutouts. So there is not much going to them, or not much going for them in canon. But like you can make references, inferences, and expand upon what's given to us from before us, and even from like the ancestors on Alternia. It's like, I think someone in chat definitely, it's definitely an issue of like, even though we have all these projects where it's like the reanimates or like a lot of fan written stuff or MSPFAs, it's like besides the reanimates, no one is making besides like the reanimates and Panzu, no one is making creative original fan content. And it doesn't have to be original. It's like just creative fan content.
I think that's why a lot of the current projects that exist for a long time, I think it's a rich get richer situation where a lot of the current projects is like, okay, if you're a Undertale fan, right? And it's like, okay, I finished this. What else am I going to go do? You can go into Undertale Yellow. You can go into a whole bunch of other projects. You can read a bunch of webcomics or a bunch of fan games or a bunch of animations and et cetera, et cetera. And it's like, okay, once you finish like, you know, the main Homestuck series, and then even I'll say fuck it, throw in like Paradox Space and Hive Swap. Once you finish those, right? What are you supposed to do? Read Hive Swap? I mean, not read read Vast Error? Maybe read like a couple of the discontinued ones like HisoNoKami, or like maybe a couple one of those, but it's like it's so limited because if you're not so interested in the idea of retelling the same story or another reanimated project, it's barren. Honest to God. And I respect those people who commit their time and who want to make those reanimated projects or those rewritten projects. Hell, I even work on a couple of those my own. You know what I'm saying? I work on a couple of those, but at the same time, it's also like that's why Vast Air has stayed big. That's why, in my opinion, that's why fucking Doritos and Fritos went so fucking large, because this is the first time in fucking years these niggas was like, bro, wow, this is a really interesting new concept that somebody just made out of their way just for the passion, just for the love of the game, nigga. And it's like, and it's like,
for the fucking love of the game.
And it's like, where is that? I would love to see some sort of like maybe even like a new like Homestuck visual novel on its own. Like I think that like like while I don't know if I should say that. I don't necessarily like all too much the quality of it. I've heard people say that it's pretty ass. I respect Hive Swap. What is it? Hive Swap Friend Sim 2 somewhat, because at least these niggas was like, bro, there's a lot of uncharted territory here with certain other things. Let's go explore that. I like that. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. Their execution, there was a but
and I know what makes me mad, right, is that I know there are people out there who have these ideas. I think it literally is just a matter of like putting it into fruition, really locking in. It's straight up, because I feel like there's no way for 10 years no one has thought of what I did. There's no way. I truly believe that it's either
a Homestuck A and B. Like, come on.
Like I truly believe. I think it is just a matter of maybe people don't. I'm not gonna say, oh, they don't love Homestuck. No, maybe they don't see the benefit? Question mark. Cause like, well, I'm gonna call someone out. Actually, no, I'm not gonna do that.
Say it.
I'm going to wait. No. This goes out. I'm not trying to stir. I'm gonna wave at someone and I'm gonna wave at someone very lovingly. I know y'all saw that Dave animation on Twitter. That AMV Dave animation. I know y'all saw it.
I know what
I
you're
saw it
talking about.
too.
I know what you're talking
what
about. I know what you're talking about.
I saw it too. And you know that inspired me because I was like, oh, there's some active niggas in this fandom. Let me make some shit. I don't know. I'm not gonna make no assumptions. I'm not gonna because frankly, it's none of my business. And if they don't want to make it no more, or if they do, or if they are, I don't know. I don't know where they are. But damn, I really want to see that Dave animation.
Come
Whenever
back,
they
bro.
got
Please.
come back,
Shit,
please.
shit, I
need
respect,
you, bro.
I
need
respect
you.
that nigga for even putting it out to begin with. That like,
I'm saying, like when I saw this shit, I was like, oh, this is soul. This is love of the game right here.
This is
the
this
nigga
is
who knows
gas.
what's up.
This is actual gas.
And so when I stopped seeing updates for almost like a year, I'm like, what's going on?
and that's also why it's like, yo, I want to see like more. I want to see a lot of crossover shit. Like I was I'm gonna give a little backstory, right? This is super nerdy. I love to edit, write, and read TV tropes, like the site tvtropes.com, right? And I was reformatting the Homestuck and the Homestuck Beyond canon like pages because they're super fucking outdated. Like they haven't been touched in years, right? And I created like the whole fanon page by myself because I had to go through like a bunch of Twitter shit that I was like, oh, I think it'd be really interesting if this is compiled right here. And I looked that there was also a page for fanworks. One of the fan works that I saw, and this is also like whether or not people like this series or not is up to people, to other folk. But personally, because I'm a big ass soy, I really like the MCU, right? So when I was going down like the page for what's it called for the fan work shit, and I was reformatting like some shit, like how I had to add what is it, Doritos and Fritos, so like the web animation part. There was one that I saw that was like, oh, this is a fanfic or a fan work, like a fan AU of like what would have happened if like the MCU crossed over with Homestuck, and then like Loki comes like during like the first act of Homestuck and he brings like the Tesseract like to Rose and John, and it's like that's a really far out idea, and I get that that's not for everybody, but that's also really sick that somebody would have that much of like, you know, an investment to these things to like to try to mash them together. Like that's one thing that I've been talking about with a lot with like Persona, because I really love Persona and SMT and shit like that.
Hey,
like,
them recent this been a sorry to interrupt, but like this random wave of like Homestuck and JJK has been cool as fuck.
Oh my god,
I need to see more of that.
I have to say that like I've seen at least like 2 to 3 different artists, at least one of them I'm friends with or mutuals with, and they drew fucking the Homestuck X JJK shit. That shit is gas as fuck. That's cool as hell.
I love it.
And like the other, and like one of the other people who like they have their own like MSPA FA going on, or at least they're like sort of rebranding or remaking it. I've liked and like maybe like retweeted some of their stuff recently. It's like with the Dirk Jake kid. It's like just a bunch of like other kids. Nothing with the Omega kids. Like brand new set of kids, different outcomes and shit like that. And like looks cool as fuck. But like they also drew like JJK shit on Homestuck. More so, they brought JJK characters over to Homestuck, and I saw like Prince of Void Gojo. That's kind of hard.
That is kind of hard.
It is hard. Also, off topic a little bit. BB, that Jade that you just retweeted is so fucking beautiful. Matter of fact, let me show niggas.
Oh no, when I saw it, I was like, when I saw it, I was like, oh my god, that's so
put it on the
gorgeous.
stream, bro. Put it on the stream.
Hold on, ignore that nigga. Display capture.
Who the
It's a different overlay. It's a different overlay that I had for like a while, bro. This shit. Oh my god, guys. See, this is what I like, cuz this is what I love about niggas in Homestuck, and that's also another topic that I wanted to bring up. Right now, let me spam that nigga overheads. All right, let's get back to this overlay. All right, so, bro, one thing that I want to talk about very extensively.
Follow this person.
I do. Hold on. Yeah, let me do that actually. Let me fuck with that nigga Cowler. Yeah, I like that.
Shout out Cowler.
All right, let me put this in all caps for the topic on the stream. Hold on. All right, so, and I know that not everyone can say this. You know what I'm saying? Not everyone has, you know, as big as a opinion as I do with this shit. But you know what I'm saying? I one thing that I really want to talk about, and this is why I'm very happy that I'm with you two today, is the fact that oh my god, I need more. Like, okay,
niggas and Homestuck.
You're talking about like, oh, I want more people to like in general to make shit. I need more niggas.
No, I'm saying
niggas. I'm not talking.
Okay,
I'm not
this
talking
is a
about
conversation I've had like many times with surprisingly other like black Homestucks.
I'm not talking about no fake shit, bro. I'm not talking about these white folks trying to pose as black shade Harley. I'm talking. I want Caribbean niggas. I want African niggas. I want African American niggas. I want different types of different fucking sections in fucking America. Like niggas all the way in UK that listen to drill music. I want them niggas to be talking about Homestuck. I want niggas from the DMV to be talking about Homestuck.
I don't, and I want to make this like excruciatingly clear. I don't mean just niggas who are in the Homestuck. I mean niggas who are showing their love for Homestuck.
Yeah, real shit.
Through their blackness.
Like,
I just need it.
That one like mean Cree artist. I totally forgot their.
Oh
Big
my
Papa.
god!
Oh yeah,
Big Papa. I love that shit. Yeah.
Oh my
god. Shout out to Marietta.
Shout out.
Oh my
Mia.
god. Y'all, I love that nigga so much. Oh my god, please. You know what? I'm gonna go spam this in the fucking chat.
Throw them.
Please.
Shout them out. Throw their name out.
Let me put this in chat. Because
that's a nigga who loves Homestuck. That's a nigga who does Homestuck.
That is a nigga who does that shit for the love of the game, nigga. That's the shit that I love, nigga. Fuck. Fuck. Oh my god. Dude, when I tell you, when I made that tweet a while ago, that was like, I want more niggas in the Homestuck fandom to like show, you know, their true blackness. You know what I'm saying? I want more, you know, people of color to promote, you know, them being black in the Homestuck community. That meant a lot to me to see a lot of niggas show out. Like, I spoke about this earlier. Oh my god, the fact that Haven is working on Homestuck 2 is such a big thing for me, because it's like, oh my god, that is a nigga.
Now we got soul in the game.
That is a nigga who real deal like shows a ton of shit, bro. That one like Dave and like Fefri art that he made a while ago.
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
God. Ugh, nigga, like, what are we talking about? That's what I need. What are you talking about? Yo, when I see other people of color in the Homestuck community, that shit brightens my fucking day. Especially Jamaican niggas, because I'm Jamaican, and like meeting another nigga in this fandom who's Jamaican is fucking it's like meeting an estranged cousin. Like, I love these niggas to death, bro, but there's like 5 of us. I saw someone the other day on HisoNoKami like submit like a full like what is it, like a full list of their headcanons, and like 5 of them niggas were Jamaican, bro. Tears went down my eyes, cuz. Oh my fucking god.
When I saw like niggas like headcanon them as Congolese, oh my god, I felt it in my black nigga soul. I was like, oh, I see you. Woo! I see you.
Woo! Yo, when niggas is talking about some Haitian aqueous, that shit. What are we talking about? You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
But that also brings my point again. I want to see more than just like niggas hate cannons. I want niggas to like not to prove it. Hold on. Like to just like do something with. Like I could sit on my ass all day saying like, yeah, Jade is black. Jade is probably low-key African, and Kanai is probably like Congolese or whatever, and then go back to like doing homework. But no, I had to make a cartoon to prove it to niggas. And what's funny is that like many of my friends who like got into Homestuck because of my animations, like really thought like Jade was like legit black, and then they were shocked when they searched her name up and they're like, whoa, why is she so pale?
Dude,
I want that shit.
That's one thing that low-key bothers me about Mina, like a little teeny tiny bit, right? And like, I still love Mina to death, bro. and I definitely think that it was an oversight with like how like what is it like what's it called? With how Hussey was writing like certain characters. But bro, it makes me so mad that this nigga Andrew Hussey found out how to write a black woman who speaks in Ave in such a well way and then made her a pedophile. It made me so viscerally angry. I'm like, yo, I never thought that this white man could you've ever seen the Boondocks?
Yes.
You know them two. You know them two Robert niggas that be going around, bro. I thought that I was like, yo, Andrew Hussey gotta be one of these niggas, bro, right? And then I saw that like Mina was over there kissing up on Risk, and I was like, oh my god, what are you doing?
Tarnished.
Yeah, I was, yeah. That one picture of like James Harden, it was like he's wearing like the Blue Lives Matter shit, and it's like he don't got internet. I'm not gonna lie, man.
Looky, my justification for Mina. No, not my justification for Mina. My justification for Hussey, and it's definitely plausible. I genuinely just think he forgot that their ages. I genuinely just think he just forgot their ages. Because I did too.
Yeah, I think he was just way too in deep with like the whole thing that he just started to forget his own writing. Because that's something that a lot of writers, and Andrew Hussey has proven to do this a lot. That nigga is really forgetful about his own work, which is understandable because he was working on that shit for like 7 years and 8,000 pages. Right. That's a lot of shit to remember. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh my fucking god. Oh my god. But Mina, she's back. I love her. Oh my god, they gave Yo, Kim on the Homestuck 2 team. If you ever see this, I go to bed every single day with a smile on my face that y'all gave that girl such well-designed box braids with her fucking design. I was like, oh my god. Y'all can't see this right now because my camera is off, but I'm rubbing my eyes, bro. Oh my fucking god, bro. These like yes. I'm geeking so hard because I'm like, holy shit, this is what I want. Yo, Kim, thank you so fucking much. I don't even know if you're white, but if you are white, nigga, you know you're not. Oh my god, I love it. I love it. Oh my god. Oh my god. Yeah, that's oh my god. Oh my god. I love Black Folk and Homestuck so much.
I think I thought about this because I always wondered why Homestuck wasn't so obviously diverse. Because when I went into that show, I was like, where are the niggas? And then I couldn't tell until someone put in their bio or they said the N-word and I was like,
yeah.
But I try to think of an obviously a very explicitly diverse community, and I always think of the anime community because you see the black anime community. You can tell there's a black anime community.
Yeah, RDC World has moved mountains, bro.
They have.
Shit.
I think we need an RDC World for Homestuck.
That's us. No.
So funny thing about that is I had a conversation about this with Crow the other fucking week, where it's like, of course we need more shit, right? We need more. Of course, we also need more niggas in Homestuck, but also, I think we need anime house, but for Homestuck, we need bring back y'all know. Okay, so you know the fucking
streamer house would be fucking funny as hell.
That shit would be funny as hell, especially with niggas and funny people. But also, it's y'all know about Japanese anime stage plays, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh my god!
A Homestuck produced with budget and shit like that, a stage play, a Homestuck stage play, that shit would be gas.
That shit would be gas.
This is
Like,
hilarious.
imagine-
Actually,
This is hilarious
imagine-
because
that reminded me. There was a Homestuck like musical like stage play, and I didn't find out about it until like I was in the Homestuck Discord, just VCing with people. They're like, oh yeah, there's a Homestuck musical like stage play.
Yeah.
It's definitely like low ass budget, but you know what can you say? But it's kind of underrated.
I
Oh,
Niggas had heart.
56,000.
I'm not gonna hold you.
I don't
Them
know.
niggas had heart.
I will
Yeah,
say
no, that's hard.
from a while ago, I had a dream about this actually. I was literally fucking dreaming that I went to a theater and I watched this, right? So I had an idea, or had like a vague idea of like what a Homestuck like theater play would be, right? I need to pull it up because oh my god, I'm pretty sure it would be a musical. Hold on, let me find this. Fuck, Twitter sucks. Okay, anyways, so I had an idea,
True.
right? That the entire thing, right, was narrated by Callio, right? And have it be like, oh, like this is a story that she's reading to like some kids on Earthsea or some shit, and she's like, wait till you guys hear about the story of Homestuck. And it opens up with like John Egbert like running on stage, and he's like opening up his his mailbox, and he sings like a song that's like, hey, it's my birthday, hey, it's a new day, or some shit like that, right? And
It's a new day to play. Super.exe today. Better call my friend Dave.
so they,
Type shit.
yeah, so they have that whole thing, right? So they go through that, and then like the music number ends with like the meteor coming through, and they kind of you kind of skim around like acts 1 through 3 a bit, and then after some point of the story you go to the trolls, and then you have a rendition of the original song, but be like, hey, it's my wriggling day, and they go through like the 12 trolls, maybe even like have it in the style of fucking Boys 12 from American Dad, right? And it's like
That shit.
Yeah.
Funny as fuck. Yeah.
yeah, so do some shit like that, right? Go through their own personal struggles, and then have it so that like, because you don't want the shit to be too long. So I thought about like, oh, what if you had it so that like a lot of these were like told in story that's like, oh, this is too violent for us to show, so here's like a really silly rendition of like Eridan going ahead to like kill Solix and a bunch of other shit, right? And then they cut to Meteor Stuck, and they have like a couple of like interactions there. They establish like Rosemary there. They like have like maybe another song where it's like, oh, this is our life now, and etc. And then they cut to the Alpha Kids, and they have a third rendition, which is like the same song,
God.
but they go
That'd be
ahead.
the longest stage play on earth.
Yeah, and then they reintroduce it. It's like, okay, here's like the Alpha Kids go through their little swerve session, and then have it all collide for Act 6, like Act 7, whatever type shit, and then close out the entire thing by making whatever type of musical number that like combines all the like the other shits. Maybe take the verses from the 3 different like renditions, and then close the door and be like everyone comes in on stage, they all bow, and then like the Calliope that's reading the book is like, that's all folks, and then they close the curtains. Oh my god,
This should be cute as fuck.
I woke up and I was like, holy shit. I wrote an entire thread about it. I would love to see Homestuck and more mediums outside of just this webcomic.
Anime.
Oh my
I've
God.
been saying for months, anime. Homestuck anime would save the community. That is my dying take.
Listen,
Kill myself.
I will say Homestuck anime. It's different, of course, because like I have to rep my niggas. I gotta rep my team. Shout out Project S for the shit that we're doing. Cool as fuck. Shout out TK, Zero, Sam, all my niggas, right? But a TV rendition is different than a Homestuck. In my mind, a TV rendition basically, just a large reanimate of Homestuck is different than what I think an Homestuck anime would be, right?
Right.
It would be a completely different style.
I would say like even the story. Like I always think of like I was thinking of the way Homestuck is written is based on its medium, and that's what makes it more interesting. It'd be hard to to transport to like a visual. And so I always think of like you know the Spider-Man cartoons on like Disney. You know they're not like one-to-one with the comics.
Yeah.
But like it's a Spider-Man. So I always imagine like the Homestuck show would be that. Like it doesn't stray too far from like the cores and themes of the comic, but it
tells
wouldn't
like plots beat by beat, but however it has to accommodate for its new medium, right?
Yeah.
Right.
And it's like
I would say even like
oh, go ahead.
if possible, and if it doesn't ruffle too many feathers, which it probably will, it would be restructured in a way where like, yeah, it'll probably have like different events, but like the beginning and end are awfully the same. It's like if you like the bare basic synopsis of Homestuck, and if you just ran with that. So
I honestly feel like you could have the same story, like of course told differently through its medium. However, I feel like one thing that we'd have to opt out majorly for a lot of the parts of Homestuck, even though it is one of the main parts of it that kind of carries it as a medium, but also as a story, is the narrator.
Ooh,
I will say.
I don't know.
Hold on. Hear me out.
Okay.
Of course, it would have to be something different than, let's say, an already made audio visual example would be the Let's Reads, right?
Right.
It would have to be something different where you can still have the narrator, of course, yeah, but like a lot of the majority of the story can just be told because you have to accommodate through the characters, through animation, through the visuals alone.
Yeah, okay, I agree.
I will say it could be interesting if you have those, like, kind of the ones that transition in between certain stuff, be like maybe the inside thoughts of characters, because I thought of like, oh, what if there was like a Homestuck show and it's like, how do you go from transitioning from what Kanai is doing to like to Karkat, right? So it's like, oh, what if there's like a scene about like Kanaya like doing whatever, and then out of nowhere you hear Karkat's voice, and it's like Karkat, talk to Terezi, and then it cuts to to Karkat doing whatever type of bullshit with Terezi. And
yeah,
I think it'd be really interesting to see Homestuck in a lot of different mediums. I will say, right, if it was up to me and I had a million bajillion dollars, right, and I would pick a major studio to pick up Homestuck. Oh my god, dude! Let Trigger animate.
I'm saying.
Oh my god!
Hold on. I have. Hold on.
You have a dog.
I have a fucking dog. I got a fucking dog for this shit.
I would cry. Oh my god!
Hold on.
Let Trigger just grace their fingers against Homestuck, and I would cry like a little girl, son.
All right.
Oh my god!
I don't know. All right. Actually, you know what? You should show us the stream.
Hello.
Can you put this like in the little window? Can you put this like in the little window? Like move us for a second.
Yeah. Let me put this.
Because like, I gotta hold on. Let me full screen this shit right quick. Also, shout out. I did finish. The sprites.
Oh my god, this thing is good. Okay,
but like, don't mind my music, but like, hold on. So like, I had this doc out. I've been working on this shit for a good bit, right? This shit has been this brain worms my fucking head about a Homestuck anime, a Homestuck official produced anime, right?
Yes.
I've shared this doc around a couple times. But like, I gotta talk about this shit. So I'm gonna wait till it shows up on stream so I can then talk about it.
There we go.
Yeah. All right. So like, I'm just saying, y'all. All right. So I'm just gonna read it out. Feedback, appreciate it. Shit, talk about it. You know what I'm saying. But like, this is me super brainwriting on ideas on who would be, in my opinion, a really good for an official Homestuck. This document is like it's stacked with shit. So like official Homestuck, English dub or Japanese dub too. A lot of these are obviously obvious picks for like official produced studio brand like shit, voice actors, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Also for the sake of keeping it in a realistic fashion Andrew will still have a hand in this, but also do the current showrunners of Homestuck, Jane Roach in the game, you know, of course.
Yeah.
Can't forget about them, you know, yeah. So like, I got 3 choices for animation studio. Choice A, Studio Bones. Specifically, the team that worked on Mob Psycho and Kekai Sensen.
Oh my god.
And Space Andy. And Space Andy.
I see C. Oh my god.
Studio B. Studio Trigger. Y'all already know Studio Trigger. We know.
Yeah, we seen Trigger.
Now, the newest edition, Studio C, Science Saru.
I'm saying Science Star was my top pick, honestly.
Science
Oh my
Saru
God.
would be. Listen, Scott Pilgrim takes off and Dandadan.
Oh my god,
Bro.
don't get me geek. Don't get me geek.
Bro.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I am jumping up and down, clapping my fucking hands, nigga.
All right. And don't let alone just the visual amount, like we for the lack of even for the early parts of Homestuck, for the lack of color that shows up in it, they will turn that motherfucker like
They'll
make this
find
shit
a way.
beautiful.
They'll
They will find a
so
way.
smart.
Like I think
And then,
imagine, all right,
and then you
like, I
have
have
like,
to,
oh no, continue. I'm sorry.
I was like, me still geeking out. Like, imagine, right? If Studio Bones took on the project, imagine, just specifically, imagine, and people who are in animation or just even know this name, imagine if Studio Bones made a Homestuck anime, and we got a scene like animated by Yutaka Nakamura. I'm just saying.
Oh my god.
I'm just saying. Imagine like a even it doesn't have to be like a strife or anything. Just like imagine.
You know what I could definitely see Homestuck, like a Homestuck anime being stylized after? I think it could look a lot like Tatami's Galaxy.
Oh, don't get me started.
Oh my, like
Tommy's
I
Galaxy.
I will say that like a lot that
Ooh, wait.
like
Hold on,
Okay.
I'll hear you
Like,
out.
We
I'll
gotta
hear
we
you out.
gotta switch out.
I'll
We
hear
gotta
you out.
switch out.
circle it.
I'll
let's
hear you out.
circle it,
I'll hear
let's-
you out.
Let's think about it, because like they do work a lot well with like the very minimalistic kind of character designs, and I think that a lot of that could work in this type of aspect, because you look at those backgrounds and it's like, wow, this is very expressive. You can have that with Homestuck characters, but you could still also keep a lot of the racial ambiguity that a lot like, prefer. You know what I'm saying?
That's just Jakebird, bro.
That like
Look
what?
at this shit.
Like, what are we talking about? Yo, if these niggas, oh my god.
I'm just saying, Science Saru on a Homestuck anime, like
Would be
what?
so
Tears in my eyes.
and one thing I will refute for anybody saying this shit, especially if they're coming from the anime community to Homestuck, and they say some shit like, I think Mappa should animate a Homestuck anime. Shut up, bitch. No. Listen, as cool it would be for like specifically let's say the series director for Jujutsu Kaisen season 2, the creative director or the series director for that season worked on the Homestuck anime. Sure, it would be cool. A lot of things would be cool. Specifically, especially the stripes would be cool as fuck. However, as much as I hate to say it, because it's one of my favorite things about Homestuck, it's not what a lot of people look forward to seeing in a Homestuck. Will like to see forward. Because like, in all honesty, in a Homestuck anime, people want to see like the gorgeous backdrops in the backgrounds, because Homestuck has some beautiful art. Even as shitty as it can be, Homestuck has beautiful background art, and when it wants to be, and when Hussy wants to like lock in, Hussy locks in. I'm just saying.
I can imagine a lot of like a Homestuck anime being animated sort of like how the recent seasons of like Egghead and One Piece was handled. I can definitely
Hell
see
yeah.
a lot
I
of
could
that
see
work.
that.
That'd be
Hell yeah.
That'd be
Imagine
beautiful,
like,
nigga.
the modern One Piece style with like Homestuck, like crazy.
Oh my
But
god.
studio animation staff and studio beside, I've also thought about soundtrack, right? Because like soundtrack ideas, choice A, opening by Creepy Nuts,
All right, let's hear it. Let's hear it.
Mm-hmm.
And ending by Sajo Nohana. Sajo Nohana is a perfect vocalist and has done endings for, more notably, Mob Psycho 100.
Dude,
Any of the Mob Psycho 100 openings or endings with the main female vocalist, that's her.
That would be dope.
Ooh, okay. I am putting my hands up.
But
in a
hold on.
moment of okay. No, you,
Like I want to go through more of my choices though.
okay.
Right?
No. All good.
Yeah. Choice B. Because of their style of music, and like the kind of music that they do, but also the kind of story that Homestuck is. Because at the end of the day, Homestuck is a what's it called? Story about growing up. I forgot what they're exactly called, but Homestuck is a story. Yeah, so Homestuck is a coming of age story, 100%. You cannot deny that. I think for openings, I think Asian Kung Fu Generation would be goated, right? And ending choice would be this band that not many people know about called Toe. If you've seen an anime called Sunny Boy,
That guy!
you would know.
Oh my god! Yes.
You would know.
Holy shit!
Like with the visual quality and the composition of Sunny Boy and like some other like modern a lot of modern anime done well would go crazy for a Homestuck anime. But that's another thing with studio. But like soundtrack wise, like with music at least, like that would fit the general main theme of Homestuck as a coming of age story. Now, this is just me being like, hey, this would be hella cool if I get to hear more music for them, and it was for this shit because it's funny. Like opening choice C, Eve. If y'all niggas know, if you're big in the Vocaloid scene, but also it's like, and a lot of recent anime, especially like within like the early 2020s, like he was doing openings like back to back. Like he did the first opening Jujutsu Kaisen, the last ending for the Chainsaw Man anime, and he did the Dororo. It's Dororo opening. I forgot what it was.
Yeah.
Opening or ending. But Eve makes good music. His music I feel like would fit a lot of the somber tones, the hype, and whatever. Not Dororo. I think it's Dororo. But would fit like a lot of the themes musically, at least for like an anime opening for Homestuck. Ending choice C would be Vondi, who have also done one of the endings for Chainsaw Man. The first one, actually, I think. Chainsaw Blood, I think. But more importantly, they did the second opening for Ranking of Kings. If y'all haven't seen that, y'all need to see that shit. Because that would also be a good example of a loose, amazing, beautifully animated with minimum character design anime. That would be perfect for Homestuck. But like song wise, Vondi, I'm just gonna put in chat. Hey, listen to the second opening of Ranking of Kings. Whenever you can like listen to it.
Oh,
that shit. That shit would go crazy. Right?
That shit would be hard, son.
That's just for the openings and ending choices. Like however, for series composers, that's different. Because those are the ones who handled what's actually going into what you hear on screen all the time for these characters. 3 choices. Kenji Kawa, Mob Psycho 100 OC. Taku Iwasaki. They did Keikai Sensen, Bungo Stray Dogs.
I love Bungo Stray Dogs.
Me too. This shit's gas. And Noragami. Taku has access, which would be really funny, especially for a lot of Dave and Dirk scenes. Put Lotus Juice in this shit.
No!
Bring Lotus Juice, right? They have access to Lotus Juice, bro.
Stop it. Stop it. Stop. Nah, just
Like
Young man stands in his bedroom like carpet.
I'm ending stream, cuz I'm ending fucking stream. Okay, this is a very small side tangent. Oh my fucking god, I hate Lotus Juice to fucking end, bro. The one song that he made for Persona 3 Portable, the fucking wiping all out his bar. Hold on, hold on. Let me
check it out. I'm at a house like car. Was that even Lotus Juice?
No, it wasn't fucking Lotus Juice.
No, what is him?
This song that he made for Persona 3 Portable, this nigga was talking about some. He said, flashy rhyme coded with spangles, add some sounds in time it wrangles. Three dots connect to rectangles. What the fuck are you talking about? Like, this nigga is a fucking cornball. I hate Lotus Juice. And actually, no, I hate Lotus Juice in Persona. Him in Soul Eater is really good. But him
in Soul Eater is fucking gas.
Him in Persona is talking about some dance. If you want to go ahead, free to do whatever. I'm chilling in my turn this nigga off, bro. He made fucking Mass Destruction 15 minutes. And it's still being played. Like, don't piss me off. Yeah. Continue.
And last one, more recently, Kensuke Ushio, Devilman Crybaby. I think, Tower of Kensuke Ushio, Devilman Crybaby, Chainsaw Man, and I think more recently, Dandadan. I think they would be able to capture these three would be able to capture the wacky waniness, the seriousness, and the hype of Homestuck. Obviously featuring guest musicians from the original, people who are also want to be still associated, or just like would be like, hey, wanna like work on this thing, this really big thing? Like, okay, cool, that'd be cool. Of course, James Roach, nigga runs the shit. He's also a musician.
Yeah.
Toby Fox is a given. Michael Guy Bowman is also a given. I don't know. It would be cool if he did. I mean, the last Homestuck thing he did was Collide, or like something from Collide, but also like Pester Quest, I think.
Wait, Hivestop versus Collide, which came first?
Collide. Hivestop came first. Hivestop Act 1 came first, and then Collide, I think.
Oh.
I think I'm pretty. It's weird. It's around the same time, but
no, because Hivestop came out like 2017.
Yeah.
Homestuck finished in like 2016.
2016.
Okay.
So Toby's done music as recent as 2017. I'm just saying, if he came back, did his little thing,
that shit would be hype.
That shit would be hype.
I think a name that I would love to see from the industry, maybe work on this. And since we're mentioning names from Persona, I would really like to see both Shoji Meguro and Lin, both of them niggas working on a project like this. Would be magical. Yeah, would be very magical to me.
That shit would be pretty beauty.
Aisha, the vocalist from who works on Guilty Gear shit right now.
Imagine Aisha's song with like Rose. Grimdark. Fuck, dude.
Daisuke working on that shit.
Imagine Grimdark Rose with like a Guilty Gear song with Aisha as the main vocals.
Dude.
Yo, shout
out Subhuman himself, by the way.
I've been wanting to make like a list of like Strive themes that match with Homestuck characters, cause like imagine like Bikin's theme with fucking like Vriska or something, and it's like or Happy Chaos's theme with Gamzee. Oh my god.
I'm just saying,
we're getting sidetracked.
Anyway, yeah. But like, obviously guest musicians would be a lot of the original musicians from Homestuck proper, Homestuck Bianca, whatever, right? Homestuck proper in general. Because, there's this, they have this, Homestuck has a specific sound. We all know this.
Right.
And it ranges from it being like this Game Boy-esque video game OST going on to like break beats, like hip hop, going on to metal rock or new metal rock, going on to straight up just orchestral pieces that are just like beautiful, genuinely beautiful.
Right.
However, through all that, Homestuck has a sound, and having those original musicians alongside the serious composers would make for a stunning and most memorable soundtrack.
100%.
Mm.
That's just for the soundtrack.
To think about like other names that I've seen around in the industry, maybe not even just in the anime industry, but just in general, like
Anamanaguchi, Anamanaguchi.
Please.
I would love, think about a nigga like T Lopes on a shit like this.
Yo.
Ah!
You get video game composers on that? Ooh,
If we get it, hold up, nigga, don't get me started, cause holy shit. If we get a couple of these niggas, bro, like if we're talking about as much as I don't really fuck with how the guy runs himself on Twitter, Hideki, bro, his work on Sonic R, Jet Set Radio, like all of that shit, bro. Imagine him making like a Jet Set Radio-esque sound for fucking like Dave. Oh,
I'm just saying.
I feel like imagine.
Oh, go ahead.
No, just for Dirk.
Oh, okay. I'm just saying, if we get like just even guest musicians or like how Cyberpunk Edgerun has done it, where like they just a lot of the soundtrack is literally just like radio songs from the game, right? If the niggas from not even just Jet Set, from more modern, Bomb or Cyberpunk did like OSTs for Homestuck specifically for the Striders and Terezi, my nigga.
Oh.
stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! I can't take it.
It was
Stupid.
I'm just saying it would be peak. It would be peak.
Okay, we're getting a little bit too ahead of ourselves for me to ask this, but quick question. For the voice cast, did you do both dub and sub?
Yes.
Okay.
I didn't get to do it around all of them because this was I started this document working on the voice cast first. However, I didn't get to finish all of them because specifically in my head, for what I think an official voice would sound like for these characters would be on the fence of fandom interpretation, but also like a more like straight studio professional sounding would be, right? Because obviously in our heads we have these ideas and voices for these characters and how they would these specific sounds, right? I think these people, given that some of them are obviously obvious choices, like yeah, like that's a given.
Yuri Lowenthal for like John Egbert or some shit. Yeah.
I forgot. You're gonna honestly wait. Hold on. You might see the first thing for John, and you heads up.
Yeah. You're gonna piss me off by putting like brass
You're gonna be like the controversial era.
You're gonna piss me off by putting like Bryce Papenbrook like for like Dirk or some shit. Like,
okay, some of these I haven't gotten to. I'm gonna be real. Some of these I haven't gotten to. They're late blink. However, I'm willing to. Hey, we have the time here. This is we can talk about it here. But I'm just saying, for the ones I do pick, the ones I do have, they're kind of gas. They're hey, trust me. So like, hey, voice cast. Zena Robinson for John.
No, wait. Oh, wait. Okay. All right. Off to a good start.
Zena Robinson for John. Specifically, the voice he does for like Hunter from Now House. That's a reference example, right? Or just Zena Robinson in general. Like Zena for John, go crazy. Japanese voice. If you've seen.
I'm kissing you on the mouth.
If you've seen Dandaran, Okudun's voice actor.
Oh my god.
That's like, come on, bro. Come on.
I'm giving you smooches on the mouth right now, nigga.
Come on, bro.
Oh my god. No.
All right.
Okay.
Now, Rose.
Okay.
Did I do Rose? Okay. Some of these I have forgotten probably, but like, hey, hands up. But like, Rose English voice, what was it? Makoto from P5.
Let me hear it.
Yeah, play it. Oh.
Let me pause my music real quick because I'm listening to Homestuck music on Spotify. Shout out. But like, Rose.
What is it? Is something wrong? Is something?
Okay, he sold me.
Good morning. Good evening. It's quite cold.
I love it.
I'm
I love it. I can't.
I'm
get enough of
cooking.
it.
I'm cooking. I'm cooking.
I will.
All right,
I'll
and
show
then-
y'all like my voice claims when we're done with this, like in a minute. But they're a lot
Yeah.
less. They're a lot less serious. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Japanese voices. If you've seen Jolene.
Okay.
Yes.
The
Okay.
voice actor for
Okay.
Jolene. She's also voice actor for Power Chainsaw Man, but that's like a extreme. That's like a completely different extreme for the voice. But I think she would be able to do pretty good for a Japanese Rose. Now, this one I'd struggle with. This is the one I'd
Dave.
struggle
All right.
with.
All right. All right.
Dave.
Okay.
All three
This
of
one
us.
you got- this
All
one got
three
me
of us.
serious.
All three of us are insane Dave heads. So this has to
This-
wow me. This
All
has
right.
to wow me.
Now, I think before I made my previous choice, this one currently was inspired by one Twitter post that like shook me to my like that shit like changed my brain chemistry because I like holy fuck that would go fucking crazy. Dave, voiced by the nigga who voiced Soul from Soul Eater.
I need to see this. I need to see this. I need to see
I
this. I need
want
to
to
see
see
this.
this. I want to see this. I want to see this.
I want to see this.
It was one tweet. One like it was like their voice headcanons. And it was they're the voice for Soul. It was a voice for Soul for Dave. Honestly, hold on.
You need to take your stream over. Finally! Oh, thank God! Thank
Oh
you!
my God.
Thank you! Thank you! Thank you! Thank you! Thank you! Do you know how many niggas like would headcanon Dave as having like this deep smooth voice, this deep smooth cool guy voice? Thank you so much.
Like hearing him casual speak. Hold on, I may gotta turn up. I'm gonna turn this shit up a little bit, but like, dude,
Seriously. If you stay put any longer than you already have. Look.
I need it. I need it. I need it.
like I'm just saying.
I need it.
I'm
I
just
need it.
saying.
It's got enough cadence as a like because like niggas forget that these characters are 13. So when they got him with a deep manly voice, and it pisses me off to no end. So when they have this,
I'm
this I can
cooking.
see.
I'm cooking.
You're cooking. Okay, okay.
It's pretty good. It's a good choice. That
You
that
sold
one
me
tweet,
on Dave, so you're on track. You're on track.
Japanese voice. Hey, if you've seen
I like this. I like
this, if you've seen Dyna Zenon, hell, it's his more common voice, a little bit more, I guess, a little bit tad deeper, but so it reaches that air of like, whatchamacallit, like youngness, but also like the cool, air that Dave wants to give, but also like he also this guy is also the Japanese voice actor for Yuji, JJK.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So specifically, if I can get a clip on YouTube, it was hard to find because I had to like. I'm gonna take like this small scene right here, like them casually talking. Also, this anime's gas. Hey, watch Dyna Zenon. It's peak trigger anime.
なんか落ち込んでる。
But like, this is a small clip though.
何
ありがとう。
着いた。
どっか
You have to find more chances of them, like of this character, the nigga on the right, obviously speaking more, like, but like he speaks in a way that would, especially for like a character that he also voices like Yuji, he would reach the highs that Dave gets when he gets like excited, pissed off, or like very sarcastic when he's like loud, would be perfect. And also like his more the side we see him all the time, his sarcastic normalness would be perfect for like that kind of voice that Junya has. It's a pretty good pick, I'd say. It probably needs I probably can go through like two or three other people, but like as a base like pick for like Japanese voice for Dave, it's pretty good, I'd say. Right?
Yeah.
Now, Jade. Hands
Watch the
up.
white.
I
Let me
want
play
to
it.
hear. I want to hear.
Cassandra Lee Morris.
Eat a dick. Okay, I'm sorry. I have. I'm
Wait,
sorry,
I need
I'm
to
sorry.
hear this. I need
I'm
to hear
sorry,
this. I need to hear this.
I have a really big aversion to this fucking voice actor. She's a very great, talented voice actor. She just voices the most annoying fucking characters on planet Earth. Sothis,
I need to hear this.
Morgana, Elfelt. Oh my god, son. Play it.
I don't blame you. I don't blame you. But like talent and voice wise, I think fits, right? Like
A dream? Or not? At times it's hard to tell. Were you trying?
I think I think given probably like a couple other tries, I think given if given the right direction, right? Because I think Jade's voice in my head, it isn't exactly like this high-ish. What? See, in my head, because my brain chemistry has also been altered. Shout out Voft, by the way. The Voft voice actor for Jade is like in my head, like that is Jade to me. If y'all haven't heard, I gotta hold on.
Vox, yeah, show me Vox Jade. Cause the one I got in my head is freaking Vox's Jade, and I can't get that out of my head.
Vox's Jade is pretty good too. But like I gotta rep the homie. Shout out. Hey, watch Voft. You already know.
Blah 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 blah.
Where is it?
Alright,
It is cats, by the way.
damn, they got far in Beyond Canon.
Oops, did the noise wake you? I'm about a decade rusty at sucking with this thing. I'd play an instrument I actually know, but it seems the orchids have too refined taste for the bass.
Almost to me. I feel like this one.
but at the same
It's
time.
giving Pinky. It's giving Pinky rather than Jade Harley.
Okay, if I were see, here's the thing, right? I wanted to limit myself when I picked voice claims that I didn't want to go with let's read shit, but I will say that the let's read like Voxus reads, I think that that is probably the closest Jade to me at least. But I do okay, I'll probably splice those together in post. Anyways, hold on. We just tell niggas that we're back on. Stream and post. So anyways,
We're back.
hop back in. Okay. There we go. Lend these niggas that we're back on track. Hold on, let me see this real quick. Okay, yeah, we're rolling again. All right, continue.
Yeah, what's good, gang? We'll go back. Anyway, just saying, pretty good voice for Jade. An idea, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I like it.
Dad, Nana, mom, bro, haven't determined. I think it'd be a funny choice. Whoever the voice actor for what was it? Fuck it. Funny choice. Whoever the voice actor for Kamina is would be a funny ass bro.
That would, yeah, that would be really
For
funny.
who?
I'm not gonna Kamina from Gurren Lagann for bro.
Yeah, for bro, not Dirk, bro. Even though they don't necessarily speak, however, like that shit would be funny just for the reference alone because of like the shades and shit, you know.
Yeah. I mean, what was it? Dirk and Homestuck 2 is deliberately designed to resemble more of Kamina. Like he wasn't originally, but like Alt Dirk is supposed to resemble him a lot more. So, you know,
just a funny tidbit thing. A lot of these voices, obvious pick, obvious.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's an obvious one.
with this. Oh, okay. Yeah. This.
Yeah. Casey Mongolio, the GOAT. Also, just for the sake of like be pretty funny, they're both the voice actor for Chilchuck. Also, yeah, it'd be pretty funny. And the others, this came from the. Of course, you see the title from the video. This came from the Collab Cafe, the first like Homestuck promotion material video that Octopimp did for the Requiem Cafe, the voice actor for Kanaya in that. This person does art voice work professionally, would be a valid pick.
Let me hear. I haven't heard that in centuries.
So let us see what still needs to be accomplished. Floors need to be swept, trash needs to be taken out, counters need to be cleaned, and we open in 10 minutes.
Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot.
Yeah.
It's
a good pick. Also, Collab Cafe. I think it's from the same video here. Yeah. I mean, literally all three of them, like Casey, Cottontail, and Coco, they're all in this video.
Why wasn't this all done yesterday?
I don't remember you telling us any of this.
I left you a list. Did nobody read the list?
I did.
At least someone is responsible. Oh. Right. Well, everyone get to work and we can get through this without too...
Like, if not for definite picks, like as a base pick, they're pretty good.
I would say so, yeah.
Yeah. Vriska, this is the Vriska like voice.
No.
That's
like blood contract.
Yeah.
She voices Vriska. No matter what.
Ooh, y'all are going to think really weird about me when I show you the one that I had for Vriska. But I think you might fuck with it.
Obviously, I even said LOL by this shit. We know. I said lol.
Come on, come on. He signed his fucking name on the Homestuck movie contract since all the way back in 2007. like yeah. Come on. Come the fuck on.
Yeah.
Like this shit is funny, bro. Yeah. And then the rest. Oh yeah, Caliborn. Fucking Invader Zim.
Invader Zim. I feel like Caliborn as Invader Zim might be a little bit too campy. Maybe something. I feel like something like. Not Cartman. Definitely not Cartman.
I'll hold my peace. I had an idea for Caliburn a couple days ago, but I will hold my tongue for now.
I'm trying to think, because when I voiced him, I definitely had like a character in mind.
I think like
Is it Skeletor? I don't want Skeletor because that's too old.
The bridge between Voxus and Zim, I think would be a good in between for a perfect voice for Caliborn, because like Caliborn's a little shit, obviously.
Yeah.
Right.
I think the bridge between the two should definitely like channel that. I don't think his voice should be too high pitched or too low anyway. It should definitely be in that middle range. Because again, he's still like a little shit, like a brat.
If we're throwing out ideas, I'm gonna spoil mine early. I thought of honest to God like Bill Cipher for Caliborn.
Alex Hirsch.
Honest to God, if he did his Bill
Alex
Cipher
Hirsch.
voice,
You know what?
Honestly,
you know what?
I would be very
Low
happy
key,
with
honestly,
I think his King voice from Owl House would work pretty perfectly.
that could also work. I'm not gonna lie.
Honestly, damn it, Alex Hirsch, what a guy. Can you say that?
Yeah.
What a guy.
I love that guy to fucking death, bro. Holy shit.
But like, I low key, I see that. Low key, I fuck with that.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's it. That's the end of the. This is like important voices or like main character voices and shit like that. Some of these obviously can go through changes and whatever, but like Dave, I cooked. Rose, I cooked. John, especially, I cooked. John will be
I love that.
a highlight. Xena Robinson, come on, bruh.
Hold on.
Yeah.
So let me show y'all this real quick. Oops, I'm not streaming.
You can send it to me and I can pull it up.
No, I can just stream it on Discord.
Okay.
Because I already have it on. Let me see this. Okay, so you're gonna see this as it goes. So hold on, let me make this like a teeny tiny bit bigger. All right, y'all can see it?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Bleach, lighter fluid, ammonia, gasoline, I don't know.
Don't give me.
Plutonium. Amazon juice box, Amazon. But I'm tough. My whole body is a callus.
Them are your rules.
Them a good rule, though.
My name is
Them a good
Kusuo
rule.
Psyche, and I have psychic superpowers.
Psyche K?
I became
Hold
the person
on.
you see
I think Psyche came for dirt, in my
These
opinion.
unnatural
That
phenomena
could have
In my honest opinion.
Yeah.
were caused by me. And yeah, sure, I feel some guilt for changing the world like I have, but
Yeah,
it's too
for
late to
dirt.
change things back now.
Originally, my
Mom's
headcanon was
resentful
Don
that she has to
Tabasco.
work so hard,
Okay.
which obscures her guilt about actually wanting to work so hard. Dad's guilty about
This
being less
is
driven than
Daria.
Mom, but thinks it's wrong to feel that way, so
Mm.
he hides behind a smokescreen of cluelessness. Quinn wears superficiality like a suit of armor, because she's afraid of looking inside and finding absolutely nothing.
I forgot what
and
I had
I'm
for
so
Jade,
defended
I'm
that
not
I
gonna lie.
actively work to make people dislike me, so I won't feel bad when they do. Can I go now?
Okay, no, this is Nia from
I
Ninjago.
have to be good at filling buckets. Go with the flow. I'll show you how I go.
I'm
sticking around
Filling
for a second to
buckets.
teach girls how to apply makeup.
You're gonna need makeup when I rearrange your face.
I fuck with it.
I
I
kinda
feel like
fuck
that for
I
I
kinda
feel like
fuck with
that
it.
for Jane, honestly.
a little bit. I mean,
Wait, let me hear what Jane.
this Jane one I'm really happy with.
Pauling here. So the New Mexico Department of Labor found out I haven't gotten any time off.
This is Miss Pauling from TF2.
He also said Miss Polly.
Tell you,
That I,
oh, you're a good friend. I'm
I'll
only
fuck with
sending
it.
out contracts to get you killed, and that's not friends, right?
Okay,
'Cause we're
the Roxy
friends,
one.
man.
Okay, the Roxy one.
Yo,
okay.
put on.
Hey, Cole! Need a hand with those
So this is
security
Cole from
vents? Or
Ninjago.
maybe just some old-fashioned artillery fire.
Not this guy.
Shout out to Ninjago.
Handle on it.
Okay.
Stomping robots to robot stomp.
Okay, these next two, I'm putting my hands up because these are so fucking unserious. But I'm standing behind them. I'm not gonna lie.
You ever feel the cool steel of
Yo, that is crazy.
Yo!
Yeah.
Hey, Mr. Griffin.
Junior!
Or am I? You're gonna
Nah.
wonder about that, you fat bitch.
Let you copy off my test. You gotta be.
Okay, this one I don't stand. I stand behind this very hardcore because I feel like a lot more people should give Roxy a teenage girl voice, but recent Class of 09 shit has made it hard to stand behind
Are we
this.
fucking over B pluses now? At least lie and say it was an A. What's that thing in the bottom corner?
That's the head.
Ew, uncircumcised. That's disgusting. Get it away.
You thought he'd send 11 pics of a photogenic
I'm gonna throw up. Uncircumcised men should fucking kill themselves.
I think right direction. Valley Girl
Right
accent.
direction.
Valley Girl accent. I'd say Valley Girl accent is a must for Roxy
100%.
because of the way she types and shit like that. Her characterization.
Which one did I have? Okay, so for the let me not show too much. All right, this is for the first half of the beta trolls.
I can handle myself. I've been driving my ass all over
This is
Steelport, killing anyone who
Lucina
wears a mask.
from
Well,
Fire Emblem.
except you.
Fight me.
I love you. Where are we going to put these silly weapons?
This is also Kira. Wait.
Yes. This is
Yeah, it's also Kira.
Yeah, this is
Could imagine
taken.
too.
This is taken from this one Maddie Burrito video where it's like a bunch of shit from like other games, like animated as Lucina.
Feel the burn.
That's a badge. What did you get a master's in economics for?
Person for tracking your location, but you
This
altered my brain
is
chemistry. I was up for 3
Abed
days that
from
week. I invented
Community.
an entire language, you flitz barping disgoric.
Sorry.
You mess with my brain. That's a big deal. This is a big deal. I don't mess with your brain, Annie. Kinda do.
Honestly, I'm more in favor of Tavro's voices sounding more like a
Pancakes in the morning.
like a whiny kid, more like he's just like
It's $20.
he's awkward.
My pick is Michael Cera for Tavros.
I can see it. Yeah,
I can see that.
Yo,
Yeah.
For live action, that would work so fucking well. I don't necessarily stand behind the series anymore, but I do fuck with this a lot.
Folding chairs, $100. Step right up and you can donate your money to a cause you can believe in. Watching two dickheads get exactly what they deserve. You or someone you know is still an avid climate change denier? Literally, what the fuck is wrong with you? You don't even have to go to a library.
Okay, wait.
Just Google evidence supporting climate change and learn something for Christ's sake. Oh, and vaccinate your kids while you're at it. Fucking morons.
All right.
All right.
Hey, listen.
I like this one a
I
lot.
have an
So.
ex-friend who I hate now, and he still has my goddamn laptop. Don't get it from him and tell him if he doesn't let you have it, I'm calling the fucking cops. His name is Tweak. You'll probably find him at his parents' coffee house. Give him this. Get my fucking laptop back from that prick. Well, what did Tweak say about my laptop? When you give that to Tweak, you make sure he knows that when you walk out on someone, you don't get to make up the rules anymore.
I can't.
This I really like. This is Venture from Overwatch.
Get out there. The best archaeologists get their noses out of books and into the dirt. Intrepid explorers.
Honestly,
It might be the panda speaking.
Goggles on.
I can never imagine the panda anything deeper than an annoying naked girl from the anime.
I'm ready to get into trouble.
This is the same voice actor as Makoto, but I liked her performance more in Catherine.
I heard from Johnny and the others that it was all in your head, that it didn't really happen.
Then,
but even
I
if
like
that's
that.
true,
I like that.
I do like
doesn't
those.
matter. The heart doesn't lie. I'm asking you.
Okay. Okay. So this was for this is the other half. Hold on.
Perfect.
So yeah, this is.
Well, of course I can. I'm
Emphasis.
Wait, you might be
You're
cooking.
cooking.
Wait.
I've been ready for this.
Get it.
Okay. Y'all notice the pattern? I really like the Cleveland show, so mess with the next one.
I'm gonna do it. It's no big deal. I don't want to keep my biggest fan waiting.
When I was on the Foxy Boxing Circuit, the bitch came at me. I didn't care if I was in the ring,
Dude.
backstage, nursery school parking lot. She got some of this. Ryla, why are all these men in my kitchen? Are they smoking my cigars? Kids, good news.
Okay,
Mom's
but
ready
hear
for
me
school.
out.
Mama's
What's
home
it?
early.
Roberta? What about Roberta from Mina?
Oh my god, dude.
And like,
low-key, I see it. Low-key. Actually, I think I did
Actually-
have for me.
Okay,
Actually-
I've got the
okay.
perfect solution. Brain explosion.
dude.
Don't explode my brain. That's gotta be illegal.
That's
No,
gotta
the
be illegal.
band Brain Explosion.
Oh, never heard of them.
Yeah, I know. You wouldn't have. You gotta be in the know to know, you know?
You know?
And that's why
No.
you've never heard of them.
This is pretty obvious.
Tyler.
Everyone.
Yeah.
I'm sorry if I keep talking. My lyrics aren't offensive.
Yo, me and Rocky cuddle and watch
No,
Smack
let's Smack DVD.
I don't cuddle. I be
I don't
licking this
Look
nigga
at this
braids.
nigga's braids like ah.
I don't do that. That's not. I know you don't do that.
I
do
do.
that.
Out of the way, Confucius. I'll perform CPR. As a woke straight male ally, let me put my lips on this
Yeah.
Yeah.
to show how woke and straight I am. By any chance, did you say you do a lighthouse impression? I love lighthouses. Really? Not at all. But my therapist requires that I have 3 social interactions every month, or I have to spend spring break at the asylum again.
I'm quirky and awkward, and extremely genuine. And I look like I was drawn by an Asian girl. Also, I wear a hoodie. And
I don't
went to
remember where this is
college.
from.
I
I
mean,
think it was from
I'm
some random
currently
anime.
in college, like you.
I had a different one. So before I get to the ancestors, I had a one specifically for Commander Karkat.
Kitty? Kitty! Let me tell you something, tiny nearsighted girl with a worried dad. Let me tell you something, Kevin E. Lennon and Gwen Tennyson, former teammates back from college. You show up out of nowhere in Robstown and save Raph. Nobody saves Raph. Raph saves himself. Darling.
You know this is John DiMaggio, bro. He has such a fucking range.
That's
man.
crazy.
Okay, the ancestors I low-key forgot because I made these fucking crib. This is Foo Fighters, I'm pretty sure.
あそこの明かり窓から飛び降りたらさ、死ぬと思う。ちょっと私だってば。俺、フーファイターズ。FF って呼んでいいよ。
Listen, if Damara didn't have like Google Translate Japanese and was actual written Japanese, I think that she would have such a fucking delinquent voice, rolling them R's and all that shit.
100%, dude.
I think it would be fun if there was the Homestuck anime that in both dubs she just spoke Japanese.
Yeah.
Lucio here. You know you gotta eat a good
Lucio.
breakfast, right?
Nah, actually?
Dance,
Yeah, I'll fuck with this. I'll fuck with Lucio.
Or save the world on an empty stomach. So amp up your breakfast with a Sonic.
Listen, even as much as Rufio's a Dante Bosco reference, listen, Rufio will go crazy.
Whoa, these ladies are naked. I mean, there's plenty of naked ladies in my... Oh, she ain't got no wiener. What happened to her wiener? She
Cleveland.
never had a wiener, did she?
No, this isn't Cleveland. This is Rollo.
Man, I gotta find her a man.
Oh, that was,
Siri?
actually,
Can I talk to
yeah.
Black Siri?
I am Black Siri.
Really? You don't sound...
Oh, yeah? How am I supposed to sound?
Just
kidding. What up, player? What you mean?
I have a difficult time understanding the motivation of something with a
This is
goal
Yuri
they don't
Lowenthal?
pursue.
Yuri
If you decided
Lowenthal,
to
of
take the
course.
outsider
His
role,
voice
could you
for
please stop
Bedtime.
interfering in human affairs? We haven't been able to determine your true form. I don't particularly care about what makes you special, but if you don't have a script, I must ask you to kindly exit the stage. The existence of your friends and family does not give you strength. Let me ask you this. Did you lose because they weren't enough? Sounds like an excuse to me. I do not understand humans who are motivated by
this is
love.
perfect.
A person is born, lives for a number of years, and interacts with up to 8 billion people. What proof is there of something they can't even define?
I could use a little glitz and glamour in my life, you know?
It's overrated, Taehyun. This is where the magic happens.
Diva? Yeah.
I'll fuck
It's like
with
how we
it.
used to stay up late and
The
work on
accent?
hoverbike.
You mean the
Accent
one
is-
you wrecked?
Really?
The accent is
You
yes.
mad about that? We won the race.
Yeah, and you almost killed yourself.
But life is
This is
continued
Lauren
work.
Hill.
It's constant learning.
Mm.
I don't even the whole concept of retirement. I don't even buy into. You know, we should constantly be working. Maybe not physically working, but we could be spiritually.
I wonder, did I ever like release the other half? Or the other half in the going. Homestuck, Ancestors. I think for Latula, I did, what was it called? I think it was Ibuki from Danganronpa. So
I can see that.
Voice. Yeah.
I think like some unironically some Danganronpa example voices are not that bad picks.
Yeah.
Like Asahina from DR1 for Jade, that's a pretty good pick.
That is a pretty good pick.
Case as well. Woohoo! I said assume. Ibuki never uses such clever language.
So, I think for Arania, I think Twilight Sparkle, I'm pretty sure.
That was me too. That was me too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I fuck with that heavy.
You trying to get Tara Strong on your show?
What happened?
Tara Strong.
I think for Horus I had I think I had a TF2 engineer.
Hey, look, buddy. I'm an engineer. That means I solve problems. Not problems like what?
I don't know. For Kurlos, I kept him mute. For Cronus, I went with. Hold on. Yes. Oh my God. Roger Craig Smith's performance in Sonic Boom is the best to me.
Craig Smith.
Hold on. I mean,
It's pretty good.
There's no fucking clips of Sonic Boom or some shit like this. Yeah.
And I'm thinking for Sonic, so I'm like, okay, you know, it's over Egghead, and he's like a little deeper, and like, it's over Egghead, a little deeper, it's over Egghead. It's like,
I thought for Mina, I gave her Marceline. I don't know. I don't know if I
For
totally
who?
stand for Mina. I don't know if I totally stand behind it now.
I can feel myself.
But like,
losing myself and I'm afraid to lose me too.
I do.
Okay.
What happened? What's up?
I was gonna say, hear me out. I think this might teeter onto a different conversation, but it's still within like the big old realms of like Homestuck projects that in a different medium. I'll talk about it after you show me, as you show us the Omega Kids.
Yeah. So
Here, you're having better luck with it than me.
this is
Ben.
What's that magic talking bag?
Yuri
You think I should
Lonta.
try to kill Ben and Rook? Even after they helped me get my rune back? Okay, alright, I admit it. It doesn't taste the same. I was too late to save the universe and everything in it from being destroyed, so I used Alien X to make an exact duplicate. But I just couldn't get the grape flavor right. I couldn't.
People you're hanging out with are no good.
Yo, don't be dissing my niggas, dog. Them about stand-up comedy, Jim, huh? Are you just giving up on that too? Nobody cared about my stand-up comedy. All that hard work just to be outshined by Christopher Reeve, the super butthole.
Well, let us tell you a little bit about ourselves. Timmy and I are both true Crips, born and raised. We're the only Crips in South Park where we live, and we would love to join your fantastic Denver chapter.
I definitely think it would be really funny if Tavros had like the same like stutter that Jimmy
Stay
has.
for real, man.
We just have one question before we join your club. Do you think it's better to be born a Crip or to become a Crip later by accident?
The only real Crips is born Crips, dog. Yeah, you can't become a Crip by accident, fool.
I agree. I mean, it's like, come on. Why do these people who become Crips later in life think they are such great potatoes?
Do y'all fuck with Xenoblade?
Yes.
This is Pandora.
A little bit, yeah.
What do you mean?
Mm.
Zeke has loads of good qualities. Like, I could ask you the same thing. Why the tone, my prince? But thank you, I'm fine. You haven't seen anything yet. Clearly, we'll get the prince married. Huh? The prince is the same.
I don't know if I fuck
Last
with the
week I had
Yiffy
to
one
remind him to put
anymore.
on pants.
I'm gonna
What's
be
up with
honest.
the sky lasers? You think you can steal my thunder?
Right. He was like a brother to you, and he turned his
This
back.
is
And blah blah
Jinx
blah.
from Arcane.
Focus. Who are they?
Honestly,
Why wasn't I invited to the party?
I kind of
feel
fuck
like
with
you
it.
and I
If
got off
Jinx
on the
from
wrong
Arcane, I kind of fuck with it.
All right, hands up. That's all I have. I think I did like one or two more, or no, I did not reveal my. I revealed the Caliborn one. For what did I say for what's her face?
Calliope.
For
Or Calliope, someone said.
What did I say for her? Hold on, let me look this up on my phone real quick. Okay, so for the original one, right? I had
Haru.
I had Haru as like the main VA. So
now,
not this. Fuck this nigga.
She hadn't awakened to her real.
This,
Now I'm into freedom.
yeah. I was singing this beforehand.
Dear father, I am no longer your subservient puppet.
But now, after Dizzy got revealed for Stride, or Dizzy shit came out.
Oh yeah.
I'm feeling more of this. Hold on.
Yeah.
Let me see the. This is the English trailer.
No, yeah.
I'm not scared anymore. Now we can face ourselves head on.
Honest to God, I'm feeling this a little bit more. I might even fuck with this a little bit as like Jade, to be honest. But I'm putting it up in the air. This is the one that I fuck with more for Callie.
Power won't bring me down. Not this time.
God, this game is fucking beautiful. I love Guilty Gear so much.
Shout out Guilty Gear.
Anyways,
shout out fighting games.
I love fighting games. I love.
We could have a conversation about that. Also, we could Homestuck fighting game conversation. I'm down for that shit.
Yeah, episode 3. All right, episode 3. I might put this
Where's the
out
start
there.
tournaments?
Honest to God, I would love to spend a entire stream, or entire episode dedicated to a Homestuck fighter theory craft. That would be fun as fuck.
I'm down for that 100%. Obviously.
Oh my god. But yeah, what were you gonna say, Hisu? Because you said that you were gonna say something after like a finish.
Oh yeah. So like, whatchamacallit? Like, So like, obviously on the thread of like Homestuck like original content or like Homestuck content that branches out from the medium that it's originally in. This is on the tier of like stage plays, but also in animation as well. So imagine Homestuck movie, right? Homestuck movie.
I've thought about that before.
It could be live action, or 3D animated. 3D animated in the sense of like a DreamWorks film or Illumination, right? Specifically those two. And specifically, if we can get more specific, the DreamWorks team that worked on Puss in Boots. Last Wish. Was it Last Wish?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a couple of thoughts about Homestuck movie stuff, but continue.
Or fucking let me be self-indulgent and say Spider-Verse team, you know? Or Arcane team. One of those two. That's me being self-indulgent though. But like whatchamacallit? But like this is also like a funny side-off comment is like, hey, funny as hell, have like one of the biggest modern day with like new culture modern day female rappers for Mina.
Oh my god,
that would be funny as hell, but also
Megan Thee Stallion. Oh,
I'm just saying,
Megan Thee Stallion.
Oh,
that would be so
fucking god. Yo, if they had a live action movie and she promotes with the fucking music video, and
I'm
Mina,
there day one. I'm there day one.
Yeah. Them niggas could not unglue my eyes to that screen. Anyways, right? I've talked about this with a couple friends beforehand. One thing that really made me mad, and it made me mad because of how a little bit true it could be. I hate the idea of Roxy being played by Awkwafina either in voice or in person.
What the fuck? Who would even think of that?
It's like, oh my god, it's so frustrating, but it's also like, please don't piss me off. It's like,
would the Homestuck movie even get to the Alpha Kids?
See, okay,
in my head,
there is a quote unquote official Homestuck movie, right? Or draft that I think James Roach like pulled up like forever ago. You know what I'm saying? Let me find that. You can keep talking, Hisu, while I find that.
I honestly think that a Homestuck movie series could work, like type shit like the MCU,
like a trilogy,
a cinematic universe would be so
a trilogy. Honestly, like a cinematic universe or like the Star Wars movies, like a trilogy. I think a trilogy would work really well. First movie would be Acts 1 through 4.
Jack.
The Jack's, you know, the Jack saga, Acts 1 through 4, all the way up to, damn, what's the Flash called? The end of Act 4, basically, right?
Right.
Movie 2 would be Act 5, but also Act 5, Act 2. Act 5 and Act 5, Act 2. So half the movie would be about the trolls. The other half would be Act 5, Act 2, leading up to Cascade. Movie 3 would be the entirety of Act 6 to Act 7. I feel like you could fit that stretch into a movie, like a kind of MCU kind of movie,
right?
Like Endgame.
When I think of like the Homestuck cinematic universe. I always imagined it like just for the sake of, you know, not getting a headache or whatever. I probably wouldn't tell it the exact way Homestuck does it. Like I would restructure the shit out of it to the point where it might piss people off. You know how like Scott Pilgrim, like it doesn't like go through the plot beats of the like the comic series, like bit by bit.
Scott Pilgrim takes off, or the movie?
No, not Skip, like the movie. Like the
okay,
movie.
yeah.
Yeah, like so, like compared to the book, you know, they take whatever happened in like the 3 years of Scott Pilgrim, they just put this in a week. For like a Homestuck trilogy movie, I would honestly, like, if I only had to do 3 movies and make people care about it, I would like. Shit, I would change up some. I would change up a lot of story beats. I would change up some villain interactions. It would be very dangerous, and I don't think I could pitch it in a way that could even be like passable.
I found
Each movie I think would take on the 3 different villains of Homestuck respectively.
I wanted to talk about that in a minute about Homestuck villains, and I thought, but let me. I found the what's it called, the pitch that James made like forever ago on Twitter, right? Okay, so he said Homestuck Illumination movie would go like this: 4 preteen gamers travel to an alien world called Alternative, where the evil Dr. Scratch kidnaps their parents. He plans to harness the energy of Sky to destroy the planet. The kids have to team up with the group of a local freedom-fighting hackers called Troll Team Rebel Something Something League. On their journey, they meet a cast of colorful characters, and lifelong fans might remember the original. Can they use their gamer skills to defeat the Dr. Scratch and stop the Armageddon and rescue their parents in time for dinner? Oh my god, this shit made me recoil so bad.
Holy shit!
It's pissing me off because I know that it would. This is as I know this is how this shit would go, and shit would make me so mad. Oh my god. I will say though, the idea of it being animated by Illumination would be really funny, because every time that Illumination makes like a movie for anyone that's not like the Minions, they decide to like insert them into like the logo intro, like how you had like in the Mario movie they were like in the go-karts and shit. I think it would be really funny if you saw like a couple of the Minions dressed as like fucking Homestuck characters like coming out.
That would be funny as hell. That would be funny as hell. I'm not gonna hold you.
Oh my god. All right, so because we have been going for a little bit, I will say that do y'all want to make this the last topic? Question mark.
Yeah, probably. I gotta go.
Yeah.
Eat dinner in a few.
So for I want to talk about Homestuck villains, right? And I want to start us off with a very big one that I feel like a lot of people don't necessarily even talk about, or people don't even like consider her as much of a threat. Oh my god. I love Arania to death. She as a character.
Oh, right, she is a villain.
She is very interesting to me, because I feel like a lot of the times we're approached with like, oh, what if one of the groups of the trolls were a bad person, or what if they were like the villain, you know what I'm saying? And they play around with the idea of like, oh, what if Gamzee was a villain, what if Eridan's a villain? But those are more like inter-friend group kind of squabble that's turned into you know, major things, right? I feel like Arania is very interesting because this is a connection that these people actually have with this type of person, but she ends up being evil as fuck. I think that her being all powerful and her manipulating is very interesting. I like how she goes about it. I like how she carries herself in writing. It's very interesting, and it's unfortunate because I personally don't have a lot of complaints about Game Over, but oh my god, or I don't have a lot of like complaints about Retcon, but oh my god, she is non-existent after Retcon. She's not mentioned in the epilogue. She's not mentioned in Homestuck 2. She's just
it's like
gone.
to the point where like it's to a point where like I could hardly even call her a villain, because she doesn't feel like this overarching obstacle that, you know, the hero or the protagonist has to defeat, because she did like, or at least when I experienced it, she did like it was like a twist villain, but like the twist villain only lasted for like just about Game Over, and then after that it's just nothing. So it was more like
she's like a mini boss almost.
Yeah, almost like a mini boss.
I do say I do actually like also side tangent, but also on topic, same character. Found out recently. Well, recently was like almost like a half a year ago, 6 months, maybe a little less than that. her name is like damn near, or I think I haven't researched it myself, but damn near or almost close or literally the same thing as the Spanish word for spider. So
oh yeah, I was told by this by James. The official or the proper way to pronounce it is araña.
Yeah, araña.
Araña.
Which I like a lot more. I just be forgetting sometimes, but like.
Yeah.
I've heard someone pronounce her name like
Aranea.
And I actually thought that was kind of beautiful, low key, because it definitely makes the confusion. It doesn't make it less confusing because it almost sounds like Aradia.
Yeah.
Aranea.
I do like
I
do like the Spanish pronunciation though, like araña.
Araña, yeah. But like Araña, I do like her. Like as a twist villain, she's pretty cool. She starts a gateway for other things to happen, especially in the lead ups to Game Over, which again, this is probably another conversation, but another topic, but I fuck with the retcon. That shit was awesome and beautiful.
I like it honestly.
I don't want to talk to anyone who don't fuck with it. I like put a brick in your throat.
I think thematically for Homestuck it makes sense to me, and I feel like
that's the most Homestuck thing.
But
I feel
also,
like retcon. I feel like the retcon is like it's the thing you can only do within like Homestuck story, because I can't imagine someone in any other story having retcon powers and it not being fucking lame.
Yeah.
I think it's kind of wild.
I guess there's
like a lot of people complain about retcon, but like a lot of people also like to praise, like, oh, look at like the Dave Sprite story, and it's like, is this not like the same thing but like at a larger scale?
Not quite. There's always this. I know people don't notice it, but they mention it. There is like a nuanced difference between like Dave going back in time versus John going back in narrative. And it's very, very nuanced, and it's simply based off of the fact that how it's portrayed in the actual story. But I think there is like a nuance between like a timeline and like a narrative.
Yeah.
And yeah.
I do think the retcon did give us one of the Homestuck's best flashes, and I will die on this hill.
100%.
It was when damn, what's the song? Pipe Organ Kind.
Oh, that was magical.
One of the best flashes and one of the best songs in Homestuck. I would not I will die on the hill.
In general, retcon had a lot of things that I really love. Like I'm really big into like those like future self and me tropes. I thought that like him visiting like a lot of shit during like Homestuck's plot was very interesting.
Right.
I thought him like seeing his other self was really cool. Dude, reading Homestuck, like going through that entire thing, the whole Terezi password thing is really
that was
it was so good. That's another thing where I think that like Homestuck is something that takes a lot of work to adapt to a different medium, because it's like you really can't get that out of anything else except for like like it works so well. It's so interesting to me, and it makes it feels almost rewarding in a sense, you know what I'm saying, and it makes me appreciate Terezi that much more.
Yeah.
Retcon if not for retcon, y'all, hey, I'm gonna say it, if not for retcon, for people who hate retcon, if not for retcon, y'all would not have the Remember Flash with Vis Rezi.
I have not.
I'm just saying, y'all would not have gotten that. That shit is peak. I fucking love it.
TBH.
A lot of y'all niggas who be dick riding for a lot of these ships like Rosemary. I'm just saying, but if it wasn't for retcon, half of them niggas would be dead. But I don't know.
Yeah. To be fair, there are, definitely valid critiques about the retcon and what it does to the actual story, no matter how cool it was.
Yeah.
I thought, like, I've debated this with myself, regarding like them bringing back Vriska. When I first saw it, I was like, fucking of course. You know, they go back, they bring back the only person with dying. But I definitely do feel like it removed that really beautiful arc that Vriska had back in Act 5. That if I were to ever adapt Homestuck in any way possible, I would maintain Vriska's arc in Act 5. I don't know if I'd ever change it because I felt it was too beautiful. But I definitely thought it was funny. Like that Vriska. I'd like the theme of like Vriska being like a necessary evil. Like they literally cannot do anything like unless the Vriska was involved. I thought that was pretty clever. Pretty interesting.
I have my own opinions about Vriska coming back from retcon, given that a lot of it stems from someone who was as big as a Dave fan as I am. I'm also a big Jegbert fan. I fucking love John, June, whatever. I love them. Fucking awesome. Right. I love them not only as a character, but as a series protagonist. And I feel like with a lot of like the endings of Act 6 as an entirety, the endings of Act 6 and leading up to Collide in Act 7, a lot of some character choices were, I'd say, poorly managed, given that at around this time, Hussey was dying down on Homestuck hype and feeling he just wanted to get this shit over with. But some characters, and I do tend to use this term lightly sometimes, but for Homestuck, some characters do end up just getting fridged. As like obviously it happened with a lot of the beta trolls, but like this late on, some characters do get fridged, and I feel like John is one of them, and I don't know how to feel about that, especially post retcon, specifically post retcon, because post retcon, John dies in the timeline, but comes back via retcon with Roxy, but everything gets already figured out, and John just like gives a little speech, and then they go fuck off to fight the Condis.
Right.
I think.
Okay, I'm gonna let you finish.
I think, as of course, as important as John doing the retcon, bringing Vriska back, I think more importantly, I think John should have. I think just for me, I think if I were to do my own sort of rewrite of some things about Homestuck, I think having John after, especially post retcon, be more of a maturing figure. He's still that kid, of course, but like these niggas gone through some shit, obviously, and based on their own interpretations of maturity and growing up, I think John should have been in that conversation that Vriska had already mapped everything out and just like either told people what to do, gave them suggestion, or told them what to do, or gave them a suggestion to tell them what to do, right?
That would have been beautiful for a John arc, because he definitely, like, from the start of the story, he's only been told what to do. Like, the only reason why he got to where he is because people directed him. So to end the series with him, like, right. So to end the series with him, you know, taking initiative and being the leader, I feel like that would have done so much good things to his.
I feel like that would have completed a whole character arc for him as a protagonist for the story.
Right.
Given that Homestuck has many main characters, but John is the series protagonist. That is for a fact. I think he should have done more in the latter half of Act 6 leading up to Collide in Act 7. Not just Vriska, because at the end of the day, things happen. Vriska came back. I don't mind it entirely. I just don't like how at the endings of it, John got shelved off to the side to just like have a say in a little bit, give a speech, and then everyone like fucks off.
Yeah.
Right.
I personally, I feel as if that I like what you guys are saying, and I definitely think that it definitely could have worked. But I like the route that Beyond Canon is taking a little bit, where they're showing John to be unchanging as a actual problem for him in the real world. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of his like problems and a lot of how he's going about himself in the epilogues and Homestuck 2 is that John Egbert is not very changing very much. He's very emotionally stunted, and he's not necessarily, putting his foot forward like a lot of other people. Because look at like a character like Jade, like then versus now. It's like that was just some flower girl who used to live on an island who plays around with her dog, and now she's like a mother and a mad scientist and a bunch of other shit. Like, look at Jane. Jane is like, just a girl who really liked like detective movies, and now she's like a world leader president trying to like force a new world order. And it's like, you see John, and it's like, well, he's the same old Egbert. And it you know what I'm saying? I like the fact that they're trying to call that out more. That's like, yeah, John, you're not changing very much. And him, I'd imagine that soon enough we'll be able to see him in something like The Plot Point. That would be very interesting to see him, interact with that and go through his own journey. Maybe him talking with Roxy could be very interesting. Maybe them getting back together could open his eyes to a lot of things. But that's just pure speculation for now. But it's, I think that the way that they're going about it now is very interesting. I think that's also how they're going to somehow incorporate June, but that is an entirely different can of worms that I think that we should leave for a different episode.
True.
And I think that is it for today. Thank you two for joining me. Thank you everybody in chat who was active and all the shit that I really appreciate this. This is fucking awesome. This is literally more than I could hope for. I would love to have more guests on this shit, more speakers. Might convince this nigga bbpanzu to become a regular. That'd be fucking cool. That'd be real cool. But
I'm right. I love talking with y'all.
Yeah, so
I love talking with y'all.
Yeah, it could be interesting. Remember, tomorrow is the Q&A with James the motherfucking Roach. So please leave some replies or DM me on Twitter if you guys have any questions that you would like to specifically ask. But for now, we're leaving things up in the air. Tomorrow will be very interesting. I hope that all of you niggas, everybody in stream, everybody here, because have a blessed day. Make sure you guys are safe for fucking like Halloween, man. Look into your fucking candy, because you don't want like razor blades or some shit in like your Snickers or something. But
true, someone put like Fenton or something in there.
So also go out and vote. State your opinion.
Vote.
Make it be heard. Make it be heard.
Do your fucking thing.
Unless you live in the UK, otherwise we don't fucking care. So
hit the Gundam South for all we care.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Later.